open on the town of Stridus, and our queens separated. Betty and Braga meander through the merchants' district, making their way back to the capital of the MAUR, the Magical Army of United Religions, to report back not only what they have discovered from their interrogation and subsequent kill, but also to discover what new information Dee has found out. Speaking of Dee, we find Dee furiously flipping through tomes, maps, and books in the library of the MAUR, the bishop, the Grand Bishop, watching over her shoulder. We see Dee searching for more and more information, deciphering all that she can, and perhaps finding something else that she didn't expect. We then find Hannah walking alone in the streets of Stridus, a broken wand, a broken heart. We can't tell. After a few furious steps, she turns around in the hopes that Violet has somehow followed her. But there is no one when she turns around. Just the empty cobblestone streets of Stridus. We then see Violet walking in the other direction, quietly mumbling and venting to herself under her breath when she suddenly feels a tug at her belt. She turns around. Standing in front of her is a small, pale girl in a light pale blue dress. The little girl raises a small pale finger to her lips, grabs Violet's hand, and begins to run with her. And finally, we cut to the plane of nothingness, the plane of everything, the plane in between, where Arius sits as a small smile begins to rise on their lips as they watch the chessboard in front of them, and the king piece begins to move on its own. We find Betty and Braga passing by the axe stall that they stopped by earlier as they head back to the capital of the MAUR.
Did you lose any of your weapons in that last fight? Do you need to talk to Mad Max? Max's axes?
No, actually, I think I've got everything. I mean, besides this, but, you know.
Well,
everything else is
we
fine.
should, make you a new one.
Yeah. Do you think he sells fingers at the booth?
I mean, it's just like a little cylinder. You could probably just, roll it up and stick it on there. Would you glue it on? How would it stay on?
I don't know. I mean, the magic wouldn't even hold my real finger on, so I don't know what we can do with... I don't know.
Maybe just, straps. Glue?
Yeah. Yeah, we tried it. We thought of glue. Yeah. I don't know.
We should talk to a professional about this.
Yeah.
But I would like to get you... I would like to get you a weird special finger. You could, hide drugs in there.
That's where your brain would go. Yeah.
Well, it should be hollow.
Yeah.
You should have a use.
No, Smidgen, I love you. I love that's where your head goes.
I don't want to go to the MUAR.
It's gonna be. Hannah really pissed them off. It's gonna be.
No, technically she pissed off the other ladies that are us, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird, right? It is weird.
Yeah, I mean, I was passed out for most of that situation, but I mean, geez Louise, that's super weird.
Yeah.
It's probably a whole shadow clone thing or something. I've heard stories about that. That's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I have to get ready to fight him at some point. That's kind of what's on my mind.
Yeah, they work together really well. I mean, we work together well too. I think when things are really going down, we have each other's backs. But they're just
fine.
yeah.
I think we're fine. Just that sometimes Hannah runs off, and I mean that's just her thing. She does though.
Yeah.
You accept it. It's a part of her.
Yeah.
To run off. All right, let's go find Dean. Maybe she'll have some idea how we can stop all this. And gosh, I just want to go home and go to sleep.
Have you seen your little mirror in action at all?
I guess only a little bit. She seems pretty cool, actually.
It's weird for me because the me or whatever Midge, she's a bard. She's not even a barbarian.
It's like someone just plugged in the wrong stats for. Your clone or something.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know, because I'm always thinking about what I'd be like if I could put myself out there more, or you heard my dumb poem back in.
Did you ever want to be a bard?
I don't know if I want to be a bard, because then Hannah would really get mad and storm off. But I think that I don't know. I wish I could I don't know. My only solution to everything is to hit it with this, and it works. I mean, it's a really good solution for a lot of stuff, but. I don't know. I like the idea that she could just like use her words to solve problems.
There's nothing saying that you can't just start studying something new. I mean, if you want to learn more about music and rhyming stuff together, I don't know anything about art colleges, but I feel like you could just start figuring it out and reading books and learning. I mean, it's never too late to start.
I mean, I write these dumb poems sometimes, but they're not really like.
We all know you have a book of poems. It's not like a secret anymore.
I know. I did yell them out.
But yeah, it's very public knowledge.
Yeah,
very public.
I did yell them across the hotel.
I think they're fine.
Yeah.
They're fine. They're fine.
I don't know.
Just, I don't know. Just, if you want to do it, then I will support you. I will bug D to find you books about this thing, and then maybe that'll help.
Thanks, Pinecone.
Yeah.
As the two of you continue your walk, you suddenly hear a voice coming from behind you. Excuse me, are you the rat queens?
We're some of them.
As you turn around and you see a very young-looking elf. She has these kind of two tight black braids that go down that land right here at the tip of her shoulders. And she has similarly huge, big octagonal spectacles. Excuse me, are you the rat queens? Yes.
Who's asking?
The MAUR. My name's Maud. I'm a page in training. I'm a squire, and I'm sure you've met Claude. Claude is also a squire in training.
There's like a whole naming convention you guys
It was a really silly coincidence. We ended up being in the same class. It's like when you're in the same class with somebody else who has your name, and then you go by your last initial, and they go by their initial, or maybe you don't even go by your last initial. Maybe you are the mod in your class, and maybe there's just a mod M that they go by because everyone likes you more, and they don't want to use your last initial. But
there's a whole lot to unpack there, Maud.
I'm digressing. I was told that I would perhaps see you on your way back to the MAUR, and Claude informed me how much you liked your tour, and so I have been asked to give you a tour. Well, or maybe I'm offering a tour as well, because I'll tell you a little secret. I give the better tours than Claude.
Hey, Braga, there's a Did you know there's a contest where you gives the better tours of this crappy place?
You know what? I kind of want to see what the better tour looks like. What do you think?
We are going to go on your tour because we have nothing but time to kill because we don't get yelled at. So let's go do that thing first.
Wonderful. Yeah. Well, we are in a very interesting district here. As you know, it was the banks that also, once the royal family left Stridus, it was the banks that then redistributed the wealth to the people. Stridus's merchants district has been thriving for the past 200 years. If you look to my left, you will see the oldest building here. It is actually a pottery establishment. We have one of the only potters in the world that uses the art of adding gold to whenever pottery is broken to then repair it and make it beautiful and unique.
This city's really all about just like spreading the wealth around then.
Well, Stridus it's wealthy, it's the center of the army. We're just trying to be the best.
I mean, you don't often hear about banks giving money away to the people, and you also don't hear about people just like using gold to reinforce pots.
Yeah, it seems like a waste of money.
Well, once the royal family was gone and the entire castle was confiscated, the people, the council that was then elected to lead Stridus, thought it was only best to redistribute the wealth into the town itself.
Oh, tell us more about this lost family, royalty. Tell me more about that one.
Yeah.
Roll me 2d6 plus hard.
Yes.
Use my dice.
Nope. I miswrote my... It's 11 plus 1, 12.
Would have rolled the same with mine.
Wonderful. Well, that actually happens to be one of my specialties. What would you like to know?
So we heard that the descendant of the old royalty still is around this town somewhere. We can't quite figure out where. Have you heard any rumors about possible descendants of the royal family living near the docks, or where that might be, or where they might work, or anything of that information?
You see Maud just stop. She kind of looks over her shoulders a bit as she starts to pull on her pigtails and kind of starts to hold them over her mouth as if she's hesitant about what she's about to say. She nervously, her feet start to kind of pigeon toe in as she kind of starts to rock her knees back and forth a bit.
It's very important that you tell us, because we are agents of the MAUR.
But we're also your friends, and
Yeah.
you can trust us.
Yeah. You could help save the city.
I mean, if you're gonna give a tour, you know about the Lost King, and well, he is. I have heard. It's been the talk of all the squires since apparently he came into port. He's here in the city. Nobody knows really what he looks like now, if he's young or if he's old, but they know that he's here.
How do they know that he's here if they don't know what he looks like?
Well, then you're right. Someone must have seen him. That's probably just someone trying to be mysterious when they told me.
Who was it that told you?
You promise you can keep a secret?
Oh, we can keep lots of secrets.
So there's this really nice owner of an inn who is really, really nice to me and will give me sweet rolls whenever I come by and help her out with her errands or her groceries. She owns a place called the Stinking Pig. It's right by the port, and her name is Kathiri. And when I was delivering a sweet roll the other day, or she was giving me a sweet roll because I was delivering her fresh vegetables from the market, she told me that she saw him.
We have to go talk to Kathiri now.
Yeah, we definitely have to go back there.
Oh my gosh, it was under our noses all the time.
Oh, sorry, I'm not there.
Also, while we're taking a tour, we want to go to the inn. We want to talk to Kathiri. Show us this inn that you're talking about. But also, do you know where Leona is, the sister of Chloe?
Yeah, I think she's still back at the Officers Academy.
Interesting. Okay. Maybe later we'll visit
Maybe
her.
later. Look, I'm happy to take you by to the inn on a different day, but we have to get you back to the MAUR. The
Yes.
Grand Bishop is waiting for you.
Before we go to the Grand Bishop, could we do a pit stop and get our friend Dee in the library? Could you show?
Oh, well, yeah, she's there. She's with the Grand Bishop.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
But I'll take you to the inn afterwards, I promise.
But you're giving us a tour, right?
Oh, yeah, so let's continue the tour. So Stridus is actually very well known for our corn, as Maud continues the tour through the Merchants District. We cut to the capital of the MAUR, which resides in the Stridus Castle. The old castle that once belonged to the royal family that now is the headquarters of the magical army of United Religions, where Dee stands in a vast library, standing in front of maps of the city, maps of the inner workings of the city, old maps of the city, new maps of the city, and a various number of tomes about Arius, tomes about gods, tomes about prophecies.
I'm flipping through. Sorry, did I come here for a certain purpose? Based on
Yes.
last week?
The Grand Bishop, you were very interested in possibly finding the original book that the prophecy was pulled from. Seeing the amendum on the end of the prophecy in the case file that was handed to you made you curious to see if there was possibly more information. That and your queens were hoping that perhaps you could get a better look at this so-called map, where members of the MAUR have been tracking the recent attacks and have noticed a pattern.
Mm-hmm. And have I found those things?
Yes, they are all in front of you.
Oh, great. Sorry. Brain fog.
Are you finding everything all right?
Oh, yes. This is this place is amazing. Yeah. I think I've found what I need. I'd like to pull out some parchment and trace what I can of these documents, knowing that I probably can't. I mean, I assume this, and I say to the bishop, I assume this is a research library, or can I borrow these books? Is this a lending library?
Unfortunately, the tomes and maps that you have in front of you are not to leave this building, as they are, well, ancient documents that depict the ancient and first battles that the MAUR had. And these maps are very important to us, as you know right now, with the recent attacks. And, well, if your fellow queens come back and their report is correct that the attack we did predict did happen, then we are one step closer into finding this cause of all of this, the Chaosium, and whoever else is after it, or perhaps whoever else has taken it.
Of course, yeah. This library is really amazing, though.
You are very happy here.
I am. Just it's been a while since I've gotten to be in a library or a place with books because of all our travels and our different jobs that we take, and it just feels good, you know? Do you have a place like that where you just kind of feel like you're at home no matter where you are?
It is the library for me as well. I find myself often alone here as, being the Grand Bishop. There are many things I see over, but I am also not one to be on the front line, so I train my mind as my weapon, sharpen my mind with books as you would a sword, or perhaps a wand with magic, so I find myself here a lot as well. Dee, I must say, just from standing here and just sensing your presence earlier, you are a very unique cleric. A cleric that, dare I may ask, serves 2 gods now.
Yeah.
Is everything okay? You seem to speak that with hesitation.
Oh, it's just complicated. So yeah. Yeah, I serve 2 gods right now. Gets kind of messy sometimes. But that's where I am. Yeah.
You feel her hands kind of clasp your hands.
Dee, is there something else that's troubling you?
Oh.
Something else about who you are, or perhaps this journey you're on? I sense something deeper in you.
You are very wise and very perceptive. I love my friends, and I love fighting alongside them, but I sometimes wonder, I think there's something else I should have been doing. I've had this feeling for a while now, and I still don't really understand it. It's just like there's this alternate path that I could have had, and it didn't happen. I didn't take that path, or that door wasn't open to me. Something just doesn't feel right.
You see that she releases your hand and just kind of stands there in silence.
Perhaps I dare say your gut may be right. Tell me, is there anything else I can find for you? Any other books?
I don't think so. No, I should probably meet up with my friends now, actually.
Yes, hopefully they are on their way back.
Yeah.
Hopefully they've gotten the information they need, the interrogation worked, or they captured whatever one of those things are. They were able to find what they was after, and perhaps we are one step closer to stopping whatever this is.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening.
Of course. Anytime. We women of faith have to stick together.
As she
Word.
As she begins to leave, you see that her hand brushes a book and the pages start to flip until it lands on one page. Dee, you notice that the page next to it appears to be torn out, and the tear matches one of the pages that you read recently in the case file. More specifically, the prophecy of Arius. As you see on the opposite sides, a note, an addendum has been written, and it simply reads, "The markings of a madman." But the page itself is a drawing, a very haphazard drawing, a rushed drawing. You see on the left 5 black figures, quickly sketched in charcoal. And on the right, you see 5 white figures sketched in with chalk. They've been smeared over time. You see in the middle
3 icons. You see what appears to be a smaller figure than the rest standing in between them. You see a larger figure behind all of them, seemingly a blending of the white and the black, the gray. And in the middle of this drawing is the only color that you notice on the entire page. It is a golden circle, a golden ring. We cut to Hannah, walking through the streets of Stridus, passing through the residential districts, on her way back, hopefully, to the MAUR, going through the shipping district as well.
Fuck them all. And I'm like practicing to see what my magic's doing now that the wand is snapped, and see. I'm shooting things off, see what happens.
Unfortunately, since your wand is broken, you will take a -1 to all of your magic rolls.
Fuck them. So I'm trying to like blow up shipping boxes and see if it works or something.
Roll me 2d6 plus skill.
I just added that skill too. 7.
With a 7, you notice that it's 50-50 with your wand right now. It seems to be a hit and a miss. A miss, miss, hit. Miss, hit, hit, miss. As you're blowing, you find yourself firing small magical bolts at bottles, at boxes, and the occasional rat that scurries across the ground.
Not a rat.
The occasional cockroach that
That's
scutters
right.
across the ground.
And I'm like trying to do cool moves. And so if anyone watches me, I look like a psycho. And it's very likely that I'm not just high, probably drunk.
At this point.
Yes. Because it's actually been a little... I'm not going to the MAUR.
You're not?
No.
Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to start voting on that first poll. The first poll will begin shortly. Please jump in the chat and vote. I'm very curious to see what you pick. Hannah, as you walk, kind of firing, looking at the ground, looking around, not really focusing on the road or who else is on the road, you suddenly bump into a figure in a cloak.
Hey! Fuck you, I'm walking here, buddy.
I'm sorry.
Gods, what's wrong with you? And I arm check him again. And
As soon as you arm check in, almost in a flash, he's grabbed your arm. He releases it. Apologies, that's my training. Apologies.
Oh, I like your training.
Are you all right, miss?
Yeah, great. I should do it again. I gotta arm check him again.
You gotta arm check again, but this time he doesn't stop you. He lets you hit him.
Oh, good. Your muscles.
Have you done the romantic thing where you kind of fallen into him and now he's kind of holding you up?
I think I fell into him like chest to chest, and like so I'm under his arms, and I'm feeling the traps, and I'm like, dang. But to be fair, you assaulted me first.
I would hate to think it was assault, please.
Fine line, my friend.
I mean, I do apologize for bumping into you. Is there anywhere I can take you? Is there anywhere you need to go? Escort you? Are you well, miss? You seem...
What hotel are you staying in?
I don't think I should
That's
give
what
that
you were
information.
insinuating, weren't you? Anywhere to take me. I know how those surreptitious, silent, soft murmurs go.
You are clearly under the influence of something.
And so are you. And I like to cast a spell on him.
Roll me 2d6 plus skill.
Off the rails, Hannah.
That was so much fun.
As opposed to Hannah, who's normally so on the rails.
Yeah.
5, 6, 7. What's my token status? Just for
Let's
shiggles.
see. Hannah has 0. Braga has 1. Dee has 1. Betty has 1.
Okay, so mixed success.
With a mixed success, your spell...
Goes back on me.
Yes.
Yeah. Two can be drunk.
As you see, your wand, almost similar to another story where another wand is broken and the spell is then sent back upon the caster. You are put more in a daze than usual. It's not an enjoyable one. You feel foggy and dizzy suddenly.
Oh, Bilford Boggin. Then I go over. Am I close to the water?
I'll say, you're close to an alleyway, yeah.
Oh, okay. I puke in a corner.
Please, you clearly are not well. Please let me take you somewhere where we can give you some water.
I don't need anybody. Okay, but where you want to go?
He grabs your hand very gently, and he goes, I think you do need someone.
Okay.
Trust me, as someone who's been on my own for most of my life, there have been times where I have rejected the help of another, but I'm learning now that there may be a time where I am called upon to work alongside others, and I'm trying to open myself up, so I implore you to do the same.
Stop talking.
Please, okay.
Let's take me.
We're getting you water. We're getting you water. As this shrouded stranger starts to lead you back in the direction of the stinking pig.
Oh! Oh!
And then we cut to Violet.
Found him!
Yeah!
Well, he found you.
Well.
I mean.
Oh.
We gotta kill him.
Yeah, it's okay.
We cut to Violet, who finds herself standing outside of a cellar. A cellar in a back alleyway between a number of close townhomes almost on top of each other. As the little girl stands there still holding her hand, Violet looking down. Is everything all right? Are you okay? Do you need an adult? I mean, she begins to look down at the cellar. Is there something in here that you need me for? The little girl kind of looks around and nods. The little girl puts another finger to her lips. It's from around her neck. She removes a key. The little girl then gestures to the lock as she takes off the key and hands it to Violet. Violet stands there, a key in her hand, a cellar door in front of her. Looking into the eyes of the younger girl, something speaks to Violet. Something she can't hear, but she knows. As Violet bends down, unlocks the cellar, and begins to walk down the mysterious little girl. We cut back to Betty and Braga, still on their tour with Maud.
This tour is taking kind of forever.
Wow, it's the tallest horse in the whole city, huh? That's really fascinating.
Tallest horse in the whole city.
Wow.
You can
He died, and that's why we made a statue out of him. I mean, we made a statue for him.
Yeah.
It's very, it's so detailed. You have even its butthole, it's so big.
And if you see on top, you see on his nose how it's a bronze statue. You see that his nose is silver, and you see that his right hoof is silver. It is said that it is good luck to rub the nose and the hoof of the mighty horse.
Hey, Braga,
Wow.
do you think we could get up on this statue and rub this horse?
Yeah, you want to stand on my shoulders?
Oh yeah, we're doing this.
All right. Yeah, do it.
I just rub the horse's nose.
And I rub the foot.
You both rub this horse, and you feel something good for once.
Oh.
You almost feel like luck is on your side, as you will both take a +1 to your next roll.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Thank you, great horsey. What was this giant horse's name? Maud?
Buckley.
Thought you were going to start off with that. That's great.
That explains the detail.
Yeah, it's so good, so good. Thank you, Buckley. We'll remember this kindness.
Buckley.
I misheard it.
Never
Gotta
mind.
watch those consonants. All right, so I guess we're done with the horse portion of this tour. What's next?
Yeah, I hope we're done with the horse.
I mean, I'm actually enjoying this, but
We're almost close to the MAUR. I will just ask, do we have any questions? Do we want any snacks before we go
Oh,
there?
we'll always take snacks.
Sandwiches?
Snacks.
Have you ever considered having a statue put up of a camel? Because we know a really cool camel.
Oh, I've never seen a camel.
Well, you have to come to Palisade sometime. We have a friend named Tom, and he's very good.
Yeah, it's like the sixth member
But
crew.
Tom is his own camel. He's making his own decisions about his life now.
Camel's your friend?
Yes, he's just learning about the ways of the world now. He's at our house. He just lives there.
And he loves snacks, and we love snacks. And
Yes.
you mentioned snacks.
Yes, as I said, Stridus is very well known for its corn. We have even created a way to heat it up, and you can put seasonings on it, and you can eat it. It's a very delectable snack.
Hot
Right
corn?
here on the street.
Yes,
Is hot corn?
it's a hot corn.
hot corn. I want some hot corn.
Yeah, I'll take some hot corn.
I'll take a order of hot corn, please.
As soon as you say that, another figure steps up. That's enough. All right, Maud. Your tour is very, very sweet. Your tour is very, very wonderful, but
It was.
these queens need to get back to the castle.
Okay, but the corn part? The corn? Oh.
As you see
corn
standing
sounds so
there
important.
is Tifa, the
Oh,
dragonborn.
hey, girl.
Hey.
Hey, buddy.
I heard you took it down. Is that true?
3 of them.
You took down 3 of them, and the monarchs didn't even show.
Oh, they showed up
Yeah, they
at the end.
They came at the very end and then stormed off.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
But they knew to be there.
They waited till we
And
were
the
all
bell-
done. It was
the-
weird.
The horns didn't go off.
Well, they weren't supposed to.
I know, but I'm
Right.
saying, but they still showed up at the scene, and
So they knew.
and we were trying to like figure out their play, but things got a little heated.
You see Tifa begins to take out a cigarette, but then she kind of looks down and she sees that Maud's there. She puts the cigarette back. So they knew. I fucking knew it.
I mean, maybe, but we were being awful loud.
That's true. There
Oh,
was a
they-
lot of chaos. I mean,
well,
they,
then-
they could have followed the screens.
There were screams. Shoot.
Yeah, it tends to happen when ink monsters attack a crowd of children watching a puppet show.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a crowd of children watching a puppet show.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds. Were all the children okay?
Oh, speaking
Yes.
of which, yeah, I think we did. The woman who ran the puppet cart, I think that she was going to file with. It's not our duty, but she might need
Yes,
some compensation.
because it was just her puppet situation, and her
Yeah.
puppets and her stage were destroyed
Yeah,
by
they-
the bad people.
Yeah, they like went through and ruined all the puppets.
They tore apart all of her stuff, and it was so sad.
Well, thankfully we do have a rescue fund and we have a relief fund.
yeah, this city's loaded. You guys are probably fine. So
I mean, we're
You guys
doing
can
okay
melt
for
down
right
some
now.
of that gold in those pots if you
I
need some
know,
more
geez,
money.
just-
So.
it's-
I mean, it's not a gold pot. It's just. Are you talking about the broken pots that are then repaired with gold?
Yeah.
I mean, gold's gold. You can melt
Yeah.
down. You can make a whole new gold bar.
Yeah, I
out
mean,
of it.
I'm a broke orc. You want to repair me with some gold? Give me a gold finger. I'll take it.
We're doing okay.
Write a song about it.
for ourselves. You don't have to.
Anyway, what do you need? Can we get? Can we have the corn while we're waiting? While we're talking on the street?
You see Tifa kind of. Fine, we can get corn and we will head
Yes!
back to the castle.
Tifa, what's your favorite flavor on the corn?
You see, she starts to blush underneath kind of her orange and yellow dragonborn skin. I like butter and lime.
I want that one.
Is there like a spicy version of that?
There's one that you can get that's got pepper in it.
I'm doing
Gross.
that too.
There's also a
No
sweet
pepper.
one if you want sweet. It's got caramel.
That's
Sweet
a
one.
Yeah, that's sweet. Yeah, I can tell.
All right, let's get 3. So, hey, Maud, can you get it? We need 3 corns, one spicy, one limey, buttery, and one sweetie, caramelly, and then you get one for yourself.
Great! As Maud goes over and starts to get the corn, and Tifa just kind of is like, okay, we'll get the corn.
Tifa, don't be too cool for the corn.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta live your life. It's just,
Tifa,
yeah.
Tifa, look at me. If you can't enjoy corn, what are we even doing?
Yeah,
Here?
what are we fighting for?
This is hot corn.
We're not. Yeah, this is hot.
I know
flavored
nobody
corn.
else has this, right? Have you ever encountered hot
No.
corn?
We
Okay,
haven't, no.
that's Stridus' secret. I don't want this
Yeah?
hot corn to leave. I want this to be like a us thing.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yep. You should sell.
I mean, it seems like actually pretty easy to think of, but yeah.
I mean, corn's pretty
Well,
common.
I mean, you got to season it. I think
The
that's
season.
it.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Season it, sell it on the street.
Uh-huh.
No one's gonna think
Alright.
about that. Hopefully.
We're really getting caught up in the corn now. I
Yeah.
think.
I mean, I really want to eat this corn
yeah,
now.
As
I
Maud
wanna eat
comes
it, so
back,
we'll
Maud
walk
comes
and-
back is like, yeah, here's the corn. as she passes you these kind of tiny bags that fit in the palm of your hand, these short bags that are now filled with hot popped corn.
Oh!
As you see that Betty, on top of yours is kind of this very caramely drizzle.
Yum.
Braga, on yours
Stop.
is kind of this. It's got like pepper on it with like a little bit of cheese, and then you see Tifa start to slowly eat as her dragonborn tongue kind of will then pop out and grab a piece of corn and put it back in of her lime buttercorn.
As we were all thinking it.
I'm sure our entire chat now just went to make themselves popcorn because we've like just driven them crazy with it at this point.
Butter porn.
Yeah.
As Betty and Braga,
Yeah.
you start to walk back with Maud and Tifa, with the castle of the MAUR looming close overhead. Thank you all so much for voting in our chat. Hannah, holding the hand of the mysterious stranger who is now bringing you back to find some water or some kind of necessity, something to cure you. Something goes off in you. A sense of danger, a sense of something not being right. Despite where your brain is or where you're feeling mentally, you start to feel that something is amiss where you are. I mean, we're going to hydrate you as soon as possible.
I have to go.
What do you mean you have to go?
I don't know. I have to go. And that final vomit was sobering. Let me ask you before I leave.
As soon as you say that, out of the corner of your eye, you see this figure running towards you. You see this shape running towards you. What do you do?
Okay, is there... do I see... having groped this man, would I be aware that there are daggers or short swords on him?
You see that underneath his cloak, you can kind of see, from his belt, he has not only a sword, but you kind of see a bow on his back as well.
I'd like to grab something I can throw. I'm gonna go in to make it look like I'm gonna get real fresh.
I will say that there's a dagger on his belt as well.
Great, then I'll take that dagger and throw it directly at the chest of the approaching figure.
Roll me 2d6 plus skill.
Is there rerolls? Other rerolls?
If I
Other
took the
rerolls?
situation.
There are 6
You
second
shouldn't have done that.
chances.
Wow, thank you, second chances.
Well, that was a
Thank you.
hot fail.
All right, so you're using a second chance.
Just like hot corn.
Hey.
Thank goodness.
So narratively describe to me how at first you failed.
Well, God protect me. I accidentally don't grab the dagger.
Oh my god.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, gosh.
Hold on. It wasn't that hard, buddy. And I successfully grabbed the dagger. Do you trust me? The answer should be no. And I throw the dagger and hit directly in the chest of whoever the stark figure approaching.
You see that as soon as you throw the dagger, the figure is now stopped. And you recognize a familiar form. Gray skin, no eyes,
thank gosh.
a sewn closed mouth, ragged robes. Standing in front of you, holding what appears now looks like a scimitar, is one of these Chaosium fiends.
If you're any sort of fighter or lover, you would fight beside me right now. And
As you see, he doesn't remove the cloak that's in front of his face. Instead, he throws back his right arm, the cloak resting on his shoulder, as it then furls back. And in a smooth motion, he withdraws this beautiful hand-carved bow, and the arrow pulls it back, looks at you, and says, "I've been a fighter my entire life." As he releases the arrow, and it pierces perfectly in the wound that you have caused.
oh, you split the dagger! Oh my God!
You see that he is now kind of his arrow. has wedged his dagger, and his dagger falls out onto the ground.
Oh, wow. Oh, God. Let's just kill this together, yeah?
Sure. Do you know what this thing is?
Not really, but kind of. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I need more information from you after this.
Oh, depends on how you're going to get it out of me.
With water and a conversation, hopefully. What are you going to do?
I'd like to run towards it, slide on my knees, and trip it so that he can, like, shoot it in the head.
Roll me 2d6. I'm going to say...
Canny. Guts.
I'll say guts. Yeah, you're getting physical.
Even better.
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9. Any tokens?
Hannah, you have 2 tokens.
Bless you. I'm going to make it a 10.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
So with the 10, describe you were running up to it and you wanted to slide.
Yeah, because I'm really just trying to impress him at this moment. So, like, and I'm, you know, when you're like a little drunk, your body's like a little on the looser side anyway. So whatever you do, it's probably not going to hurt. So I'm like, we're definitely going to talk. And I run towards it, slide, and kind of like elbow check this inky creature's legs, or what could be considered legs.
As you do that, Hannah, as you kind of skid on this cobblestone, the metal on your boots and the metal kind of on your knee plates, like under your thigh-high boots, start to create these sparks as your slide is incredibly cool looking.
And I look back, my hair is like... and it almost gets like singes, but it's cool.
It looks very cool.
Oh, yeah.
As you check this fiend's legs, and it suddenly is tripped up and is now fallen and laying prone open.
Great. For the first time, since I'm by really the body of the thing, am I able to get a sense that it's actually physically like bones and skin, or like...
How close were you to seeing what... Did Braga... Remind me, Braga, did you tell the group what you saw?
I didn't on camera. I mean, I could say that I did, but how about I roll and see if I did? Like, I'll roll plus heart and see
I
if
don't know that... Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
Roll me 2d6 plus heart, because Braga, you started to figure out what kind of this thing was made out of.
No, I just rolled a 5. I rolled a 6.
So you're going to roll me 2d6 plus canny.
10! This is going to end
Fantastic.
soon.
Hannah, as you look upon the creature, you see that no. While it does have a human shape, it does not look like it has bones or skin at all. As you get almost as like in a slow motion look, as you see it falling on its back, yes, you see that its mouth is actually sewn with thread. You see that its eye sockets actually have a cloth-like appearance. And you see that its hands and claws look more wooden than anything. As its whole entire body, you notice for the first time, has a seam running down the middle in white thread.
I'd like to pull that seam right now.
Roll me 2d6 plus, I'm going to say
So cocky with these
guts.
girls. Oh, guts, hit it.
Yeah, I think the last time the
I'm gonna reroll.
monarch showed up before I could say
roll
anything
the
to them,
one.
so.
I will. It was a 4.
It was 4.
It was just
That was some cheater Hannah move right
a little
there.
bit.
All right.
7,
Guts.
8, 9, 10.
You want to use a token?
Yes!
Yeah.
You use a token?
Yeah, because so what I do is I knock it down, my hair goes flying, the sparks start skidding, and I'm like, this is not real! And I like throw my leg over like one would a horse on top of it as it's tripped onto the floor, and I see the seam and pull at it.
You are incredibly close to its weapon in hands, but yeah, almost as you throw your leg over, you're pinning it down in the most perfect
Yeah,
way.
that's my intention.
As you start to pull the seam on this thing, and from its side, you start to see this kind of wood shaving, stuffing, and this black ink start pouring out.
Which is dangerous.
Yep.
So I'd like to backflip and pull.
Roll me 2d6 plus guts. Actually, I'm going to say skill. It's a backflip.
I know, I gotcha.
Oh, girl!
Oh my god! Yeah!
You're gonna love this round, buddy.
I really needed it too.
Keep it up.
Because I sent you that love at the beginning of the show.
That, and because she didn't have me roll for a sober check.
That's true.
12.
Describe to me this backflip.
Yeah, so I was on my knees. The ink starts spilling out, and I realized that this was stupid. So maybe my brain isn't completely working until I realize, oh, danger. So I kind of do from sitting to standing, on my legs. Anyway, I just throttle backwards and pull. I don't know. Kind of like I'm a horse.
Are you still doing a backflip though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I'm crouched from below. It's just it's like a cannonball backflip.
Yeah, I will say that because you were straddling it, you're able to kind of find yourself. You're able to put your feet up on your heels, so you're on your feet.
Exactly.
And then almost with this magical push, you're able to do this perfect backflip while pulling the string so tightly of this fiend. Your backflip is beautifully arced. Once again, slow motion, your hair just looking beautiful as the mysterious stranger keeps watching. Just still, at first, readied at his bow, and now seeing how capable you've been at taking down this thing, has started to lower his bow and put the arrow back in his quiver as he just puts a hand on his knife, or his sword at his belt. Hannah, you land gracefully and beautifully with a click-click of your heels on the cobblestone floor as with one final tug, you have unseamed the entire right-hand side of this fiend as it stands there staggering, its leg open and gushing ink, sandalwood, or wood shavings, stuffing, its arms split open and just pouring out black ink, stuffing, and shavings, and its face now starting to look decrepit and flattening on one side. As it tries to stumble forward, it finds itself only stumbling into the pool of its own murk. As it starts to stumble, its knees go down until it starts to shudder violently as it looks back up at you. You see its hands start to raise, but almost in a flash of light, you see it sitting there, and then its head just starts to slump down until its head is completely decapitated off. And Hannah, you look to your left, and right at your shoulder is this sword, having just cleanly cut the head of this fiend.
And it's
yeah. I must say, you are an impressive fighter for being in such a poor state.
If I can't fight drunk, I can't fight not drunk.
Listen, yes. Listen, you said you knew things about whatever this was.
More about as much as anyone in this town knows.
As the mysterious stranger kind of crouches down and starts to kind of examine the body as it slowly starts to turn to dust once again. The black soot coming and turning back into ink and everything turning back into its space material.
This is a new element of knowledge that it's not necessarily a live creature. I'm not shocked by that information, but can't say I knew that exactly.
And these are the things that have been plaguing Stridus.
Yeah, are you fresh off the boat?
Yes.
Oh, all right.
I came here because I heard word that there was a terror plaguing this town, and
yeah, they're known those are the fucking monarchs.
Those things are called monarchs.
You're setting me up. But no, I don't even know what those things are called.
Whatever they are, I've heard only stories of them, terrible stories from sailors and other villagers near here, and so I wanted to come back to make sure that the city is safe.
Listen, one way to hydrate me is to dehydrate me. Let's go get some drinks at the Stinking Pig. You tell me your name, maybe. Or maybe you don't, because that's kind of fun, too.
Didn't Hannah look at the bust of the family of the king last time?
You did. You looked pretty good as far as I can remember. Or was that Betty?
No, I think it was Hannah. Wasn't it?
I do believe I asked.
It was me, yeah. It was me.
I thought it was Hannah. I'm sorry. I thought you did the other thing.
I described it.
Sorry.
I drew a
Yes.
picture.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Betty
I don't
had a
know that I
picture,
put
but
good-
you also asked her friend in the criminal underground if the lost king was here.
Yeah. Anyway, but I haven't seen this man's face yet.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, you have not yet.
Just show me your eyes.
Why do you want to see my eyes?
See if they're kind.
Roll me 2d6 plus heart.
Creepy Hannah.
With advantage.
Yes, I should be. I just wowed him. 5, 6, 7, 8. What's my token status?
You have 1.
That's not gonna be enough. So it's a mixed success.
There are 5 second chances.
I guess it's not gonna. Just can't. Because it's gonna be worse. You know it's gonna be worse.
With a mixed success, I will say this. He kind of looks at you. Sorry, perhaps once we're indoors.
Oh, yeah, maybe you're right. It's probably is better to just not know what's what about each other. Although I did get a big grasp of what's what. It's you.
You see him smile and laugh. And in this moment, the light illuminates his face. More specifically, his mouth and his incredibly square jaw. Come. Let's go to the stinking pig.
Anywhere.
As the two of you begin to walk back on the streets of Stridus towards the stinking pig, as the fiend dissipates in the distance. We cut back to Stridus Castle, the headquarters of the MAUR. We're standing outside, sitting on the steps, is Dee. Dee, you look out, enjoying the nice evening air, the sea breeze, a few gulls in the distance, as there's children playing in the streets, families walking, an artist even sitting off to the side of the square, drawing the castle.
This is downright peaceful right now.
That peacefulness is then broken by the cornful laughters of Betty, Braga, as they are accompanied by Maud and Tifa.
You get like a bit of it in your
It's
teeth.
it's so good
It's
though.
good, but I have
you
this
do have
one piece
you
in
have
my
like
teeth.
you have corny teeth now.
Yeah.
hey, Braga. I husk ask you a question.
I'm all ears.
Hey D,
T, you gotta try some of this corn.
corn. There's corn here in Stridus.
It's corn.
This is so good, right?
It is so good. What is happening? Why is this so good?
It's hot corn,
It's
and they
hot
like
corn.
blew it up or something.
It's amazing.
Tifa stands there. Would you... This one is also very good if you'd like to try some.
It's her favorite. She's being modest.
It's my
Hers is
favorite.
butter and
It's
lime.
butter and lime.
Nom, nom, nom. That's so good. So good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, did you find anything out?
Yeah. Yeah, I think my blood sugar was kind of low, or, my vitals were low in there. But I found the book that Paige was missing from, the prophecy book, and there was another weird picture in it, and it had one of those gray things in it, and a golden circle, and yeah, I kind of did a sketch of it, and I showed them the sketch.
Creepy.
Yeah. And also, I have some maps, some more, ideas of the lay of the land. Yeah, it was a successful trip.
Question about the figures, the white and the black figures. Do they have like distinguishing sizes or anything?
I will say, Braga, this. There's no real distinguishing figures. You see that it's much more, as you look closer, you see that it's 5 black straight lines, kind of 5 white straight lines. But the thing that starts to ring in your head, and the thing that starts to bug you, is you've seen 5 black pieces and 5 white pieces before. Oh.
Hey, Braga, does this look familiar to you? Because it looks
Yeah.
familiar to me.
Yeah, I'm kind of unhappy to see this. I'm happy we found it, but this is not good. Also, one of those figures I guess 5 minutes ago for us, but
We've been on this tour for like 2 hours.
it's been a long
Yeah,
tour.
It's been a
There's
long
so
tour.
many statues of horses in this
So
town.
many.
Wow.
So
It's a horse town, huh?
when we
Horse in Corntown.
when we were fighting those ink blot things, one of them pointed to us and identified us as aspects of that poem. Yes. Like I was the friend and you were the
I was the golden one.
you were the lost king
What?
and Violet was the...
Oh, Violet was the ruddy, and Hannah was the grade. But so I'm starting to think. I'm starting to put the pieces together that there are 5. There's 5 of us.
Mm-hmm.
There's 5 bad things, and I don't think these 5 bad things are us. I think these are the ones that we're meant to take out.
Like the monarchs?
I don't know. No, I don't know. But I feel like, because the golden one, I thought way back when we were in Cascaseria, that the golden one was that, remember that assistant with the golden hair? That elf guy? I accidentally kind of offed him.
And the friend was probably the Tomwell Shandy in the past.
Did you kill him?
No, but he died trying to help us. And we didn't kill the golden one. He just got killed in front of us.
And I am supposed to kill the Lost King.
Yeah.
Thanks to my 2 gods situation.
Yeah.
So
and because of me.
It's either... Yeah.
Worth it. Every time. Worth it.
Still, I feel bad. If I hadn't run headlong into that situation, you wouldn't have to have made that promise. So
It's all right.
Okay, so what's next? What are we doing?
Oh yeah, indeed. So when we fought those guys, the inky things, this time they were puppets.
Yeah, they're like dolls.
And they were also looking for dolls. They were going through kids' toy chests.
Whoa.
They attacked a puppet show.
And they destroyed the stage and the puppets.
And they destroyed a bunch of puppets.
Wait, we met a crazy puppet guy on the road. Do you remember? On the way from picking up the mead to the festival. Do you think it's the same puppet guy behind this? Would he have traveled all this way?
That'd be amazing if it was such a good coincidence. But we did get names. Because the puppeteer, there was just an old woman named the Storyteller, and she told us to go look for the famous puppet maker called Capelius.
Capelius? I don't remember the name of that guy on the road.
Maybe we didn't get it.
And I thought we killed him.
Oh,
I thought we did. Who knows?
It's likely with us.
I think he attacked us, didn't he? Or he attacked Bobbit?
Oh yeah.
And no one attacks Bobbit on my watch.
You definitely killed him.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is gonna be some really.
Or did we? And maybe this whole thing's been like his vengeance plan
Yeah,
this
is this
whole
like
time.
a long con of like he was trying to get back at us and he's the great? Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
I mean,
what a twisty.
But yeah, we don't.
We're not the ones who are good at figuring out what's really going on behind the scenes here. But
me neither.
Is Violet here?
yeah.
I haven't seen Violet.
Oh, her and Hannah went off a while ago.
Yeah, maybe she's with Hannah.
Maybe they're still talking.
Yeah.
Did the monarchs come through here? Because they were pissed.
Hannah really yelled at them.
Oh,
really?
she laid in.
She spit on one. With her snout spit.
The like one that's like her? Danny?
She super
spit
doesn't
on
like
her.
her.
What happened? Why?
I'll tell you what happened. As standing there is Danny,
Oh no.
flanked by the monarchs.
Yo, what's up?
Look, they even stand in formation. It's kind of cool looking.
Hey, I'm Betty. You probably don't remember you me once. There's only like 5. Hi, I'm Betty.
Are
What's
you
up?
all? I will ask this. How is your back doing? Are you okay?
Oh, you know, every time I bring it up, it hurts. But it's fine. It's fine. But it's gonna happen again. It's gonna happen again.
It's like once you heard it, it's like a hard.
Yeah, it's a hard thing to really fix forever.
I guess I
Thank you
heard
for
it.
asking.
Despite my beef with your friend Hannah, we are glad to hear that you are doing well. As Betty, for the first time, you get a good look at the monarch who you believe to be your counterpart. She is a smidgen with a black pixie cut, and she just kind of smiles at you.
I want to use my new ability called True Perception right now, please.
So yes, true perception.
So on True Perception, I roll canny to get myself plus canny to get myself situated with a target or a location using context clues. So the way in the comics that Betty can like look at someone's like face and just read everything about where they're from and what kind of food they eat every day, if they're married, all that stuff. And then with the new information, the people, my allies, can use that information to roll +1 on that information I tell them. Okay, so let's give it a shot.
So roll me 2d6 plus canny.
I'm gonna true perceive the smidgen. That is a 9 plus canny, 10, 11, 12.
Nice.
Wonderful. With a 12, Betty, you start to get a good look at Lola. And what you start to notice is this. You see that her outfit, this meticulous, designed, kind of mercenary outfit that is decorated beautifully in orange with silver armaments, gold and black.
What stands out to you is not only the buckle, beautiful golden butterfly buckle, expert craftsmanship. Craftsmanship on the same level that you noticed on another object. The toy in your pack. You see that the stitching on her outfit is meticulous, precise, yet hand-sewn. Similar to stitching that you would find on a puppet. And then you see that her eyes that flash and stand at you, you notice for the first time there's no eye color there. It's just black. Perhaps others have perceived it as a dark brown, but you see that there is simply black.
Hey, what's up, Lola? Super cool to see you guys. Hey, Raccoon, sidebar. We run off into a little corner real quick. Can I sidebar?
I'll say no.
Oh yeah.
Okay. We don't sidebar.
Yeah.
There's no space for that. But I go, hey, Lola, so good to see. Hey, what's up? You guys are great. Thank you so much for your help. Sorry, my friend spit on you. That's no cool. And I look at you guys with just like, gotta talk later eyes.
I wink at you, but you can't. It's under my eye patch, so you can't really tell that I do. You kind of like see my eyebrow.
Yeah. So what do you guys? What you doing here, Monarchies?
Well, I will say, unfortunately, you all seem very, very nice. You all seem very, very kind, very wonderful people who have good intentions.
Mm-hmm.
But ever since you've come into Stridus, there's been nothing but chaos. So I am here to talk to the Grand Bishop, who I believe is the person who summoned you here. So we are going to talk to her right now. Since
Hey, hang on a second. These things were attacking before we got here. You guys have been fighting them for weeks.
Exactly, we've been doing a pretty good job, but for some reason,
Yeah, it's weird how you knew how to show up when we hadn't sounded the alarm and we were there. Like, you might have beef with our friend Hannah, and like we often get mad at Hannah too, but only we can have beef with Hannah.
Yeah.
I showed up. We showed up because we heard a huge explosion and screaming. And we did notice that there were no horns blown, which is exactly why we're here. If we are the ones who are apparently so capable at saving Stridus, why does the magical army of United Religions no longer trust us to do our damn jobs? We are the only ones stopping these things. I want to be the one to stop these things.
We stopped them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I thank you for that. Thank you.
Are you just jealous right now? Because this seems like an ego trip. What's the real issue here? Why would you be mad that other people are trying to fight the things you're trying to fight?
Mm-hmm.
She's right.
Because I don't want you to get hurt.
Okay. Have you seen us in battle? We're great.
We're the best.
We're capable too. You're not the only capable ones.
I leave a girl hanging. I think. Hey, Kara. I think, or do you want to talk to
Danny?
Hey, I think Danny.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hearing you. I'm like understanding everything. I keep winking at you guys. I'm hearing and understanding. And I think I agree. We all agree with you actually. And you should go. Why don't you go talk to Thing first, to the Grand Archbishop, Big Bishop first, and we'll wait our turn after. So you guys go, because we're still missing like everybody.
Yeah. Why don't you go ahead of us?
We'll just wait in this like
We'll
hallway.
finish our popcorn or hot corn.
We have so much hot corn.
So much.
Yeah, it's really good.
You can't have any, so
Overflowing with
I am going to eat
popcorn.
this all myself.
Yeah, you're a meaner friend.
Yeah.
You don't want to make enemies of us. And we don't want to be enemies of you. But if we, as Danny looks at her fellow monarchs who are now eyeing you over, if we sense that you are here with malintentions, we will protect this city with our lives.
No, we got it.
Yeah.
Hearing you.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Understanding. Got it. No, we support you. Mm-hmm. We're just rolling to this corn.
Yeah, you gotta keep it real.
Gotta live your life.
With one more look and glance over, Danny begins to make her way towards the giant doors that lead into Stritus Castle. When suddenly they open, and standing there is the bishop, who walks out.
Excuse me, yes, I heard yelling on my steps. I was wondering if I could help you.
Actually, yes, you can. Danny kind of looks back at the monarchs and starts to look over the three of you. You see, Grand Bishop, we had an agreement. You knew from the way that we fought, you knew that we are the ones who could take these things down without suffering casualties, and that's why we asked you to sound the horn, sound the bells, whenever there was trouble, and I am just frustrated at this moment that you don't feel like you can trust us right now. Because all we want to do, all the monarchs and I want to do is protect this town. That's all we want. I don't have to say this again. I lost so much that day. We all lost so much that day that from that day on, there was something inside of us that made us drawn to protect this town. And please, if anything, I want to know why you don't trust us. That's all I want to know.
This seems like a private conversation, and maybe the three of us should not be here for this part. I don't know. I'm just throwing something out there.
No, I want to hear it.
I think we should go somewhere else and let them talk, Braga.
Oh, yeah. Let's do that.
The bishop nods.
Come, Danny. You and your monarchs, let us go take a walk in the garden, and we will talk.
Hey, Maud.
You see Maud is standing there. You see Maud and Kira have been kind of hanging off, watching the bishop. Kira is... No, sorry.
Tifa.
Tifa is mad-eyeing the monarchs. You see that Tifa is just using her tongue to eat the popcorn. She's not even raising a hand to her mouth. As Maud is just overwhelmed. Yes!
Hey, Maud. Tifa, don't you think Maud should go help the bishop and just, like, attend to him? While, is it him or her?
It's her.
Her. Attend to her while... You know, she probably needs, like, water and refreshments while she has this conversation. Don't you think Maud should...
Sure, I'm happy to help. As Tifa immediately steps in and goes, yes, I will be there as well.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
As the two of them start to follow the Grand Bishop, as she leads the monarchs into the gardens, the gated gardens, off to the side of the palace.
You heard what they said to us, right, Tifa? You heard her comments about wanting to be the ones and...
You're trying to ask her before she heads off?
Yeah.
Okay, I will say, yes, as Tifa kind of walks by you, you're able to kind of whisper to her ear for a hot second.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that.
Because I know that she and I are we're all kind of on the same page with her, that she doesn't trust them, and she was there for that, so.
Look, that was... Why are they so passionate about saving this town? Why is there so much love there?
Well, that part doesn't seem so bad. It's the more like the just them part that was the...
Agreed. As Tifa immediately kind of catches up and follows the bishop, the monarchs, and Maud into the gardens. You find the three of yourselves standing outside of the castle on the stairs.
Okay, family meeting right now, right now.
We cut to Hannah.
That's smart.
Hannah, you have found yourself right in front of the doors of the Stinking Pig. All right, here it is, I believe.
Aren't you going to open a door for a lady?
Of course. As he opens the door for you.
And I grab him by the arm and we walk in together.
As you walk in together, you see that there's a few folks. You're the friend that you made recently, the warrioress who is visiting.
Oh, yes.
Let me pull up her name. You see that with her beautiful hair and just like this
Not
goes
Bella.
all the
That's
way
like
down to her waist.
Was it Miranda?
Miranda.
Just found
Oh,
it.
I remember Miranda.
So Miranda sits at a bar stool, talking to Kithiri as she laughs and takes another huge drink of the ale in front of her. Upon hearing the doorbell chime, Kithiri peers over from the conversation with Miranda. Miranda turns and sees you, smiles at you, glares at the stranger. You give her a thumbs up, and Miranda just kind of as Katheri's like watching this silent conversation be explained, apologies everyone listening to the podcast. It was a gesture and whispered conversation from across the room.
A lewd gesture.
As Katheri goes, oh, well, how interesting. Two of my boarders have found each other on the streets.
Interesting. You're staying here?
Yes. Didn't think we were talking about that out loud, as this shrouded figure kind of talks to Katheri, and Katheri eyes slowly widen in the terror that she's just revealed.
Hey, Kay. Have you ever seen his face? Is he hot?
Let me get you two some drinks, as Katheri immediately heads into the back room.
Give me some hair of the dog.
Water! As the two of you sit at a table.
You gonna let me see your face?
Why are you so preoccupied with my face?
Just want to see if I'm interested in procreating with you or not.
Is that how you talk to all the men?
No.
Then why me?
I don't know, something about you. Something says you can handle me. Not everyone can.
Oh, really?
Not even my friends. Sometimes I can't even handle myself. So, why not put my fate into someone who can?
Roll me 2d6 plus heart.
Get it?
I'm a...
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get active in the chat. We're going to start that second poll right about now.
What's a 6?
We do have... I was on the right page. We do have 5-second chances.
Yeah, I'm going to use it. I just am afraid that I can't use the token. It's okay. I just have to...
They paid for it anyway. You gotta
No,
use it.
I got it. And you know what? She can fail. Ooh. 8.
So describe to me how at first you failed, and then you kind of...
So I think
little
we're
better.
having a moment. And he's not saying anything. So I go to, like, pull back his cloak. And he grabs my hand, but, like, kind of like hurts me a little bit.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. Make me feel bad. I deserve it. I'm a bad girl.
Oh my god.
What are you doing here? No, you're. Are you okay? Is everything all right? I mean, I guess we are not in a bedroom for such talk.
Oh, you're... Listen. I'm a different woman than you've met before. But that's okay. I'm also interested in going at the pace you want to go at. So, sorry.
With that mixed success, you kind of win him back again. He's still not 100% convinced to remove his shroud.
All right, something I do often, and it's not a great trait of mine, is talk about myself a lot. So let me actively employ other skills and ask you about yourself.
There's not much to say.
Oh, good.
They call me Ryder. That's the name that I am called.
Jessica's flipping out right now.
I'm very good on horses.
That's not why I was flipping out.
Oh.
But Hannah's flipping out for that reason. Oh, yeah? Oh, just horses. Just horses.
You are unlike anyone I've ever met before.
I literally told you that.
Yes, and now I'm just really realizing that.
We're talking about you.
I've never been one much to talk about myself. I've always considered myself a nobody, a nothing, someone who just wanders, who helps those in need, who does the occasional job here and there for coin. But well, then you find out who you really are, and well, there's things that just bring you places. I heard about these terrible things that were attacking Stridus, and well, I wanted to be here to stop that. I thought I could, but you seem very capable of doing it. I'm sure there's other people who are capable of doing it. I don't know why I felt so compelled to be back here.
I don't know. If you weren't there in that dark alley, I don't know if I would have been able to do it all by myself. I mean,
Please, you did a backflip, you did a slide, and you figured out that it was some kind of cloth thing?
I'm being modest for coyness' sake. Here's the thing.
Katheri comes by and puts a glass of fire whiskey in front of you and puts a goblet of water in front of Ryder.
Okay, I'd like to drink the goblet of water and then pour some of my whiskey into his glass.
I'll say you do that.
Okay.
Cheers.
Yes, these... whatever these are, they're... challenging. But it's not the least of Sidus's problems, believe you me. So perhaps you may come into... You know why I trust you? Because you don't want me to trust you. You know? Because you're not going, oh, look at how great I am. I'm going to walk into this town and save it. I've suffered. And, people who lead with their problems and try to be forthcoming, I don't trust that. So, yep. We'll fight with you.
Will?
Whatever you want. I'll tell you all the problems. You ever heard of a chaosium?
No.
That's our biggest problem. But I trust you, so I can tell you that.
What is it?
It's the death of us all.
Oh. Well, that sounds terrifying.
It is. It's terrifying.
Well, thank you for being someone who is trying to stop it. If it really is the death of us all, I mean, we all take the odd jobs here and there, but I mean, if you're doing something truly frightening, trying to help, I commend you for that.
I don't. That's pretty
Not a
similar.
lot of people would have a big enough heart, bravery.
I'm gonna puke again. I have nothing in my stomach. Like you said, sometimes you just get taken on a course that you can't control, and I don't know that I would electively want to be here anyway. So I'm not some big hero. But you know what? If this is going to be the end of us all, why are we wasting our time down here?
One more time, roll me 2d6 plus heart.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to use a second chance.
Okay.
Yeah.
For God knows what reason.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're just a little more than $100 away from the storytellers finishing the story. So,
Yay.
8. So that was a horrible fail.
And we have 3 of those left now?
3 second chances left. Yes.
And so I fail again by trying to come in to kiss it. I'm sorry. You're right. I'm not taking it at your pace.
Listen.
What?
Let's just sit here and talk a little bit while longer. I never got your name.
Oh, that's easy. Hannah.
Well, Hannah, I would love to buy you some dinner and to talk more with you. That's my idea of a nice night.
Okay. I just want to see some more of that smile then.
You do, as he kind of laughs, and as you see him smile, and you see even more of the square jaw. You see that he kind of has this rugged stubble now, and you start to see that he's kind of has this brown, longish hair underneath his cloak. We cut back to Violet, who finds herself sitting in a dark basement. The lights from the small windows that peek in illuminate cobwebs and dusty shelves. As Violet sits there and looks around, she sees a number of tomes and artifacts that have collected dust for what it seems like to be years. Books of magic, vials, the sort. The pale girl in the pale blue dress gestures to Violet to come sit on a stool right next to her. Violet cautiously moves over and sits on the stool. Listen, are you all right? Are you safe? Is everything fine? Is there someone that's hurting you? Why are you here? Why are you here? Do you need my help? So the little girl nods. She raises another finger to her lips as she walks over to a cabinet. She tries to open the door of the cabinet, and it's locked. The little girl seems frustrated by this as she tries to pull on the handle even more. She tries to pull on this handle as it begins to shudder. And then Violet and the little girl hear the cellar door open again. As there's footsteps.
Oh, God, no.
Thunk. 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 Coming down the stairs. As the figure stands there, Bella, why have you brought a guest into our home? Hello there. I'm sorry my daughter has somehow brought you into our cellar. My name is Coppelius. We cut back to Braga, Dee, and Betty. Alone finally on the steps outside of the old castle of Stridus.
Family meeting! Yeah. So, did you guys notice that they are probably, well, you probably didn't notice, never mind. They are puppet people.
Wait, what?
Those five people are puppet people. They're not real. The monarchs are not, maybe they used to be real people, and maybe they retain some consciousness of who they used to be, but they were made by whoever made this thing. And I pull out the toy, which that puppeteer lady told me, the storyteller told me that this was by Coppelius?
Episcopalian.
Coppelius, the toy maker.
Yeah,
he lives somewhere, or was like a story about him, or like a legend about him.
He had a sick daughter, right?
Yeah. I don't know much about it, but this...
Wait, was his daughter sick, or was the daughter in the story sick?
Unclear. We didn't hear the whole thing.
The daughter in the story. You hear on the wind.
You're a weird bird. All right.
Troll bird.
But more importantly, that is somehow connected with the monarchs.
Wait, what if in this picture that you drew, what if the light side is the monarchs and the dark side is the figures they fight? Mm-hmm. Maybe, I don't know, but...
What's the gold circle, and what's the three things in the middle, and what's the... There's a lot happening.
I might be following one of those. There's a lot of trails here. Oh, also, because when they were given the poem, because you said we were supposed to kill those, are like
maybe,
opposite.
just a theory.
But wasn't the line that if the five become undone, then Arius will have won?
Undone!
So what if we can't undo? What if we can't... What?
Puppets undone? Is that what you were thinking?
No, I was thinking that if we kill the people we're lined up with, that we might actually cause Arius to come back instead of stopping.
Yeah.
That was kind of my initial theory.
Crap.
Which means that, like, but you're supposed to kill the Lost King, but if you can't kill the Lost King...
That's good.
I have a headache.
So you shouldn't kill... We should not try to kill these people.
Okay,
Or
so
have
first
them die.
things first.
Monarchs are probably evil or not evil or neutral, but they're puppets, they're not people.
Okay.
Number one.
Okay.
Number two, we need to find this Coppelius dude. Coppelius guy. Coppelius, I can't say his name.
Acapelli?
So close. Because the shadow people are
Think of
after
Coppelius.
the toys, and I think maybe after the monarchs, maybe they're after the actual toys, the things that he made.
Okay.
So this is something.
What if
something.
What if he made both? What if he made the monsters and then he made the heroes to fight the monsters?
Exactly. He's trying to sow chaos. He's probably working for Arius. He's probably a follower of Arius.
He probably has the Chaosium.
Yeah.
And upon that, suddenly, you see this beautiful snow white owl descend, and it sits on the banister of up the stairs to the castle of Stridus.
Is it Menudo?
This owl is very familiar, as you recognize it as the owl Menudo.
He's alive!
The owl companion of Krona, goddess of time.
Yo, what's up, tiny owl boy? How you doing?
You see that as he kind of cocks his little owl head back and forth, clutched in his talons is a box with a note on it.
Is that for us? Oh, you can't. You're an owl. I forgot.
Oh.
Okay,
Wait, he used to talk?
I should have expected
Yeah,
that.
to be
Unfortunately,
fair,
in his
a lot has
rebirth,
changed.
Oh,
he's,
that's right.
he's lost his ability to speak for now.
So I reach out for the box.
He kind of bows towards you as he releases his talons in the box. You feel it. It's a weight in your hands. As he kind of winks at you, Braga. Oh.
Thanks, Menudo.
And he flies
Nope.
back into the sun.
Sure doesn't. I say thanks, Menudo, and I give him some corn first.
You're right.
And he can talk again. No.
He winks at Braga, and he opens his mouth and he catches the corn.
Okay, cool.
Dee, I know you don't like God stuff, but you're still the most qualified out of all of us to handle this.
Okay.
Would you like to read the note on the top of the box?
Yes. Maybe it's like a 2, like it's to you or me or Braga. Yeah.
It says, to the Rat Queens.
All right.
Okay. All of us.
You open up the note, and scribbled in cursive inside it reads, "A little birdie, or perhaps my newfound time skills, have told me you're going to need this. D, use it well. Signed, Vess. Vess, a member of the Triad. The Fawn, member of the Triad who
No, the one
then-
that hit on you like a lot.
Somewhere in the middle of my conversation with this writer, I just go, like,
Well, what is it? Did you send us weapons, magic, corn?
I opened the box.
You open in the box, and inside is a paper mache Chaosium.
Hey! We were going to try to do that, remember?
How did
Yes.
she? How did,
Whoa.
She can see through time.
Time.
Maybe she knew we wouldn't be able to actually do it.
We needed a little model first.
Yes.
This is great.
Yeah.
Okay. We can make our own based on how this one's put together.
Or just use that and infuse
yeah,
it
we
with
could
magic.
just use that.
Aren't the Chaosiums bigger? I thought they were skull size.
It's skull size.
Oh, I thought it was a tiny box.
No, it's a
bigger
it was a
box.
heavy
It's a heavy
box.
box.
you're, holding it, you're holding it by the jaw.
Rewind.
It was a shrinky dink, and we put water
Yeah, it was
on it, and it got.
Also, the owl. Yeah, I thought it was a little box. All right, here it is. Great. Okay, so we can use it.
You
Yes.
can do your plan.
Yeah. Okay.
A lot of plans. But we have to do that
Exciting.
plan now with the expectation that the puppet guy, Capilius,
Yeah.
is looking for it. Capilius. We gotta find him.
He might already have it.
Right.
Oh, right.
Wait, no. If he had it, he probably wouldn't be sending the.
Yeah, the shadow
That's
would to
true.
look for it.
That's
Yeah.
true. Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
Hmm.
We can do this.
Yeah, we can do this.
I hope we can do
We
it.
can be heroes.
But we need everyone here.
yeah, we
No,
need
we
we
do.
need Hannah. We need Violet.
Where
We're not
are
better.
they?
We're better together. When we're
Probably at the
apart.
bar. They
Should we
have
head
these
back
big
there?
fights and they just make up and they get drunk.
Yeah. Well, should we talk to the bishop before we leave?
Oh yeah, we gotta talk to the bishop.
Yeah. I guess we should. I mean, she's
Okay,
really
but remember,
chill
when the
with
monarchs
me.
come out, you gotta be cool. Pretend like you don't know they're puppets.
Yeah.
okay.
and I think because they're not real, we should probably stop fighting with them. So much.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah. We shouldn't let on that we know.
They have very good backstories though, so that was part was confusing to me.
Well,
They're just really invested in those backstories, and also a little too perfect, if I may say.
Mm.
No
You know,
one, no one's that perfect and focused all the time and not making mistakes.
Hannah's gonna be so excited when we tell her.
Yeah. She's gonna rub it in her face
she's
so
she's
hard.
gonna.
and she
Oh, maybe
deserves
we
it.
shouldn't tell her.
Dee, I think you should do the talking up here because you're a lot more level-headed than me, and well, I don't know.
I mean,
Thank you all so much for getting us to 500. And on that note,
hey,
you see this older woman with a crooked back pushing a small cart up towards the front of the castle of Stridus.
Is this where... Excuse me, is this where you told me... Yes, you, the strong warrior. You told me that... Oh, you as well. That I could ask for assistance with my art.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a
Payments
dragon
back.
board named Tifa, and she said there was like a process you can go through to get refunded.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Before I do that, there is... You wanted to know how that story ended, don't you?
Yeah. And I start eating popcorn again while she starts telling it.
It's a lot of popcorn.
Good.
Wonderful. I'm afraid I don't have the stage that I once did, as it's been destroyed.
By the evil people.
Yes.
Yep, those jerks.
Church. They suck.
But I believe these will suffice.
As she grabs her bag, she pulls out this large book. She opens it, and in there you see these beautiful sketches. And as she touches the book with her hands, the sketches start to move and come to life. And the storyteller begins the second part, the final part of the story she was telling.
Once the toy maker returned from his journeys across the land, he found that his daughter had passed. All of the ailments, all of the cures, all of the research and magic that he had searched far and wide for didn't work and were fruitless. The man began to weep. He began to weep. His wife having left him, his daughter, the only thing granting him life in this world. He found himself on the edge of a cliff, about to toss himself into the sea, perhaps to join his wife and daughter again, when he heard a voice. I can offer you what you want. And in return, a simple exchange. The voice on the wind talked to the toy maker. As he sat on his knees and looked up into the sky, pleading, tears rolling down his face. Yes, I will do whatever it takes. Just give me my daughter back. Please. I'll do anything. As the voice on the wind gently whispered, a life for a life, the rest of your days. The man stood up and began to make his way back home. And when he was home, he found his daughter standing there, smiling at him. But in her hands was a knife that craved the blood of another life in order to keep hers alive. And that is how the story ends.
Oh.
You said the story was for kids to learn stuff about not making deals with demons?
Oh, well, I do end it that way. A little spooky, ominous ending. Would you like to hear the adult ending?
Yeah.
Yeah?
But that wasn't the adult ending?
Nope. That's the child ending.
Oh, I want to hear the adult ending.
Ooh.
Wonderful. As she pulls the book back out and starts to now flip it from the back to the front.
Another 500 gold.
As her magic,
If only a gallery of people would donate some money.
as her book starts to light up again. You see, a life for a life is nothing easy.
The man and his daughter were sent to kill, one by one, to ensure that she lived. Slowly but surely, the daughter became uneasy of why she was living. Something in her sensed that something was wrong, as if her body and her mind and soul were no longer connected, as her body did begin to deteriorate. For a soul can only inhabit a body for so long. The man, furious, desperate, threw himself into his magic, into his work to preserve him and his daughter forever. Until she ended up taking his life for her own. As you see that she unveils, like, it's this hugely bloody drawing of this decrepit, decaying, zombie-like girl plunging this dagger into the heart of this man, as you see his face kind of begin to melt, and almost like the colored pencil drawings of this enchanted notebook become more furious and furious as this black substance starts to crawl across this man and encompass the entire page until the entire page is nothing but black.
Yeah,
And that is the story. Yes, that's the ominous ending is much more of a foreboding. You kind of know that a bad thing is happening.
Yeah.
Don't bring back the dead. Don't make promises with the wind, as they say. But yes,
That part sounds whimsical.
So where'd you hear this story from? Because that sounds so similar to what's happening to us right now.
oh, I have friends who grant me stories.
Who are your friends?
That's a story for another day, isn't it? But I will see you again, Rat Queens. I know it.
Oh, that's also ominous. You're really good at being ominous.
Yeah.
I try.
You're good at your job,
The
at least.
children love it.
As she starts to roll her cart away.
You're not going to wait to talk? Never mind.
She stops and she turns.
One more thing. A little birdie told me you should go find your friend, Hannah. Now, time is of the essence.
And she looks directly at you, Dee, and starts to roll her cart again.
Was that Krona? Was that just Krona?
Oh my god, was that Corona?
Was that Krona?
Can I tell if it was Corona?
You normally do 2d6 plus heart. I will say, you don't have to roll. It was not Krona. It was not Krona. You don't sense Krona.
Brona.
It would.
It was not Krona.
It's like Krona's.
Oh, where's that owl
cousin.
over there?
No, it wasn't Corona.
Okay. It just
Well,
felt very Krona-ish.
It did.
Like
If she-
very foreboding.
If she thinks we should go see Hannah, we probably should. And hopefully Tifa will tell the bishop what we heard
Yeah.
the monarchs say.
I don't want to talk to the monarchs again. They're creepy.
Here's a question that I have. If this murderous toy maker and his daughter are this Coppelius and his daughter, what if they're who killed the royal family? Because they didn't know what happened to them, right? They just found their bodies dead behind the... What if their lives were part of the lives that they had to take? I don't know. Maybe I'm pulling too many random threads, but...
I mean, but a lot of those old creepy stories like that are based in some type of truth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like that whale thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was nuts.
So I mean, yeah, maybe this could be the real story.
all right. Well, if a creepy old lady tells you to find your friend, you probably should find your
Yeah,
friend. So let's go back
let's
to
go
the
do that.
stinky pig.
If our adventures taught us anything, it's that always listen to creepy old foreboding messages from old ladies.
Hey,
Yeah.
did Corona... We got through the past because of one.
And I definitely don't want to talk to the archbishop, so let's get out of here with
Yeah,
our
I don't wanna
corn
get
while it's
scolded.
still hot.
As the sun sets, the three of you begin to make your way down from the northern district of Stridus into the shipping district where the Stinking Pig is. We cut back to the Stinking Pig where Hannah and Ryder are in a wonderful conversation.
And then you just pulled the bull up by its horns?
I don't like to brag a lot,
You're
but
not bragging.
it was stuck in a tree, and I had to just help that poor bull out.
Oh, my goodness. It's charming.
No, it's not. It's just doing a good thing. I appreciate you, though. Hannah, this has been a wonderful evening.
It has been.
Are you that tired already?
It's not tired so much as laying down might sound really nice.
Your sound?
Laying down might sound really nice.
Oh, I thought you said laying down your
You know-
sound is very nice, and I don't know what that means.
Again, I want to be respectful of your boundaries and everything, but it's probably hard to hear me with your cloak pulled over your ears.
One more time, roll me 2d6 plus heart.
God grant me serenity for the things I cannot change.
Whoa.
Okay. Oh, I just really want to get it right. I just really want to get it. Woo! 5, 6, 7, 8. What's my token status?
You have 2 tokens.
Gonna use them.
Yes.
Thank you, tokens.
Yay.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? You've
Charmed you.
humored me. Fine. As he laughs and he pulls back his cloak, and you see a very similar face to the one that Betty drew on the drawing of the bust that was in the castle. You see that he has these kind of piercing, soft green eyes, and yet his kind of wavy brown hair is parted right in the center. He has a very, I think he said he had like a long, flat nose and an incredibly sharp, square jaw. Well, am I all you ever want? Am I all you wished for?
Oh! You are interested.
And suddenly you hear a voice. And you notice that someone's been sitting next to you for the past 30 seconds. Say.
We're coming to cockblock you, Hannah.
Oh my fuckers.
Say, don't mind to interrupt this dinner here. You just looked like you were getting lonely, and well, this gentleman here looks very familiar.
I'd like to punch this. I'd like to gut check this, whoever this person is.
You try, but he immediately almost like phase shifts and appears at a different chair at the table.
You weren't invited to join us. If you don't value your life, then you can stay here.
Apologies. I guess there's a part of me that does value my life, but you, sir, you
Are mine. You're not
You're
gonna.
the Lost King, aren't you? As Ryder suddenly sits back up, and he puts his cloak back on his head.
He hates when people say that to him. Oh my God! Were you put up to this? Do you know Charlie? Did Charlie put you up to this? Oh my God!
Are you talking to
The slimy piece of shit. Oh, the thing is, he has gotten that his entire working life. And I tell him he could make a shitload of money if he just stood in front of the merchant district and pretended to be the Lost King. Could you imagine the novelty at a party? Oh, my God. I mean, think about how lucky I am, though. I get to sleep with that hunk.
Can't sleep with that. Ryder is just like
every night. Every night I go, yeah, you're the Lost King. Yeah, you're the Lost King. He hates it. You work with him at the pot pie bakery, don't you?
Yikes.
You're a rat queen, aren't you?
Oh, I fucking hate you. And I just slap him for his indecency.
Roll me 2d6 plus guts.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Doing pretty good.
Did anyone give me a
Token.
token?
No.
Okay, so 9.
You slap him, but as you slap him, you make contact with his face. He then phase shifts out again and appears in another seat at this round table as your hand unfortunately keeps going as soon as you hit him and you smack the glasses off the table.
That's our cue.
Listen, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cause you much trouble. I'm just a curious sort who is always into curious things, and well, this is the most curious thing I've seen all week here in Stridus.
You know,
A rat queen and a lost king. Oh, a queen and a king sitting at an inn. There's a castle right up the way if you want it. I'll be your joker.
You really, really, really want us to care about you, don't you?
Maybe I'm just lonely and just want a friend.
That's like super not our problem.
Maybe I can help you.
You want to get into bed with us?
No, but I can give you an exchange of knowledge now that I know that the Lost King is here.
Are you not listening? He's not the last king.
Yes, and you clearly are banging him every night.
I could get it, okay?
You can. You can.
I don't need reassurance from you.
I'm just trying to be friendly and cordial, Hannah.
How do you know my name?
It's all about perceptiveness.
What?
Well, I've seen your face on wanted posters in a little town called Palisade in my travels. Your hair is very, very distinctive. Nobody really wears it like that, and you wear it to sometimes hide your horns, which makes you very distinctive. And yes, you do have a Rat Queen's buckle on your belt, so that's also a very clear giveaway.
Oh, shouldn't be wearing all buckles.
Listen, Rat Queens and a Lost King being astride us, very, very interesting information. I'm all about information, so that's why I'm here.
So tell me why I shouldn't kill you for thinking you know what you think you know.
Because I know what you want.
What's that?
Okay, I'll see him.
I'd like to successfully grab him by his collar.
Ah,
Hi.
hi.
Phase out of this, asshole.
Okay.
What do you think you know?
Well, since I know now that the Lost King is here, I know that Chaosium is already in the hands of someone. Nobody's really looking for it. Someone has been using it.
Okay.
And they're in the residential district.
Okay.
And your friend's in trouble.
What did you do?
I did nothing. But he might soon. As the figure phases out, and you see him outside of the bar window, and just kind of waving as he begins to walk down the street.
Ooh, I feel like I need to take a shower or something.
So you have a case. Okay. Please forget that I'm the Lost King. That was a weird thing that he said here. I am nothing of the sort.
Okay.
Dang it, you looked at me with those eyes. I'm sorry, I'm the Lost King. I can't help it.
It's okay.
Listen, do you think that thing that you're saying brings the end of the world? That and that thing that was in the streets, are those two related, do you think?
Probably. And I hate to think this, but perhaps my friend that I'm fighting with is in danger. That's probably my fault.
He grabs you by your hand. Well, then let me be a friend and help you out, Hannah. Let's go save your friend. For on that, Betty, Braga, and Dee come into the Stinking Pig, and you see Hannah holding hands with this mysterious stranger.
And I'm like, as he says that, he's not reciprocating, but I'm like leaning in.
Oh, whoa.
Get it, girl! Get it! What's your actual name?
He leans into you, his face right up against your ear.
Let's just give her a second.
As you feel his hot breath on your ear.
God, what's happening?
As you hear him whisper, "My name is Aerstorm, son of Arison."
Okay, let's go. Let's go. These are my friends.
What? As he turns around and sees the three of you. Oh, hello. Hi.
He has his hood up.
Yeah,
right?
his hood up.
Hi.
Hello there. Hi. Hello.
Hi, mysterious one.
My name, you can call me Ryder.
Ryder.
Because of the doing it thing. Hey, Hannah, where'd you find this?
Don't you stupid.
I mean,
Hey, Hannah, long story short, but like you were totally right, and there's some stuff going down.
Yeah, we have a lot to tell you.
Yeah. Like you get like
But
yeah.
you're gonna
No,
you're gonna
Yeah.
crow.
Do
at
your
this.
thing.
He's coming with us. Our friend's in trouble,
Wait, what?
Well,
and we gotta go. And I think I know where.
Oh,
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
If
let's
I
do
was
it.
in trouble, we gotta go.
yeah.
Yeah, and I fucking hate those monarchs.
Oh yeah, we all do.
Okay, great.
Yeah, that's like same page.
Yeah, we
Great.
gotta talk about this later, though. This whole thing.
Oh, no, we're going. Come on.
Oh yeah,
come on.
like a lot of details.
Oh no, we're okay.
We're going. Let's go.
Where are we going?
We'll find out.
It's their location.
Yes, we're going. We're going to the monarch's location.
Well, the monarchs are at the bishop.
Yeah, this.
No, where I scouted their homestead.
Okay, but you're being a little too coy for the fact that Violet's in danger. We need to like.
No,
Yeah.
let's go. I'm
Okay.
trying to hit.
Okay.
It's just two things going on right now.
Okay.
She's a capable person. We're gonna go though.
We're
Yes.
gonna go to
Let's
her,
go.
right?
Her.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
What is English?
Same place.
Same place.
Got it. Okay, a little unclear.
Come on, writer.
What is that in your hands?
What?
Cool
Nothing.
it's a cool box. It's full of.
It's just
hot
a
corn-
box.
It's full of hot
Treasure.
corn. It's full of hot
Oh.
corn.
Have you had hot
Yeah.
corn?
Have you ever had hot corn?
Hey, we trust him.
It's full of hot corn.
What is it?
You know what? If Hannah says we trust him, we trust him.
Oh, you haven't tried the hot corn yet, Hannah.
It's very cold corn by now. It's no longer, but it's popped.
It's like chewy.
Yeah, it's good.
I open the
Soggy.
box and show it to him.
Is that what I think it is?
Well,
No.
it's a decoy,
A decoy?
if you will.
You just need to put magic in it and then we'll have the fake one. Although I have a feeling we may find a real one.
Can we walk and talk if Violet's in danger?
Yeah, let's go.
Yes.
Yes!
Interesting. Is that the thing you were
Yes,
talking about?
kind of.
Yeah,
It's-
it's
what is happening?
terrifying.
We're talking and walking.
We're going.
We're going out the door.
Okay,
We're walking
okay.
and talking.
You guys like still just chatting in the booth.
I know. This
We're talking closely while
Okay.
we're
A
walking.
friend is in danger. We will go find your friend. My name is Ryder, and this is Hannah. Yes, your
They know,
friends.
they know
yes.
that. Yeah.
What's your deal, Ryder? Why? What's happening?
Yeah, Hannah, just be direct. It doesn't take way too long.
Hannah, don't please.
Hey, we trusted you. Because she said we trusted you. So, two-way
just-
street, buddy.
Yeah, we just showed you a fake Chaosium, so there's like, apparently we have all our cards on the table now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just telling everyone everything.
Fine. My real name is Airstorm, son of Erison,
As a sweet name. I like that a lot.
Something does something to me.
and I am the lost king of Stridus.
Oh, okay. So you know what? Don't die. Please don't die. We're gonna
What?
we gotta keep this one alive.
There was a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we figured out something, but this gotta keep this little thing alive.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay.
And he's great.
And D is on board? Question mark.
Oh yeah. Nice to meet you,
Yeah.
Ariostrom.
Super great.
Airstorm.
Yeah.
Storm, there's an air storm in my...
You don't need to finish that sentence, Hannah.
But
Oh.
Are you okay?
Yep. I'll be great.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I take them towards the quick way to get to where I saw that little girl with the light and the candle, because that's my only lead right now.
Hannah, Betty, Braga, D, and now Ryder you find yourselves kind of weaving in and out of alleyways now that you know kind of the good layout of Stridus. You're finding yourself in and out of alleyways, cutting through the inner parts of the city, making your way to the residential district.
Hannah, would it be possible at all for Braga to get you aside right now, or are you going to be sticking to the king like glue?
Well, if you need me to talk to you.
Yeah, but I'm saying, would you actually do that right now, or would you be like, nope, next to my new boyfriend?
I can roll for it.
Okay.
I will say, unfortunately, Hannah, your baggage is
All
triggered.
right.
You're feeling a little selfish, so you're gonna stick right by Ryder's arm.
And I'm explaining everything to him as we're doing that.
Yes.
So
you're going through the whole
Good
plot
call.
of this RPG.
And then this. It's an RPG. We're not living in real life.
You were living your life.
Oh, someone broke her.
You tell him all about
Are we the dolls? Are we the puppets?
Let's just start pulling my
Sorry.
thread. Keep on going.
You start to tell Ryder about the summer solstice at Palisade, how you saved your dad from the Mage University, how Dee actually stopped Narigoth from destroying Palisade twice.
oh, and all those
Cascasaria.
Big worm.
Big worm.
I was
yeah,
dead.
We were like inside that worm.
Like dead?
You were in the other.
I was like in hell or something. It was
And-
like crystal.
And then the seas, and then a whale are losing a lot of threads. But I'm telling him everything.
As your team narrowly weaves in and out of these alleyways, suddenly a terrifying noise hits your ears. It is the sound of the horn. The horn that is blown when the fiends attack Stridus. This horn is very close to you as you start to hear breaking of pots and barrels from a distance, getting closer and closer. You find yourselves packed tightly in an alleyway. When suddenly from on top of the rooftops, you see 4 fiends on their hands and legs. No weapons in sight. Looking more terrifying than usual. Looking more animalistic, less human, more something else. As their human-like hands and fingernails have now grown into full-born claws. The toenails on their feet have now grown into full-grown claws as they stand, the 4 of them, spotting you and watching you on the rooftops as you look above.
Queens, we don't have time for this.
No, we don't.
Is there any chance you think the monarchs will come and like beat them up for us?
You know, it would be nice if they actually did that.
I mean, they might.
But beyond that, we're cornered anyway, so. Fireball!
Hannah!
With my horrible wand.
Broken wand.
Hannah, roll me 2d6 plus skill.
Oh, wait. Can I help? Can I do
Yes,
something
please do
that might help?
Please help.
Wait,
I will say, Hannah and Dee,
yes!
you start to feel a combo coming on.
Ah, I've missed you, friend.
I missed you too. I've got so much to tell you.
We slap hands like that.
Like the kid and play?
Yeah, and then we like scale up the walls of the alleyway, and then just like with our weapons, just like slice the heads off of the
Totally.
those thingies.
Totally. Well, you do that, like, because I don't have a slicer.
I will say you still have Ryder's dagger from earlier.
Oh, I
you
grab it.
You grabbed it.
Great. So that's definitely what happens. We just, like, scale the wall.
Yep. We're like sideways scaling the wall.
What's up, girl?
Hey,
Hey.
I really miss this hangout time.
And I stab the eyes, or actually, I try to, like, cut around the seams.
Hannah, you start to cut around the seams of one. Dee, you wanted to just go ahead and decapitate another.
Yep.
Wonderful. Hannah, as you start to cut the seams out, you start to see this black kind of ink blood start to kind of gloopily pour out as the face of this fiend still stares at you. It's kind of falling apart now, but it still raises its claws about to come after you. Dee, you decapitate one of them, and it kind of stumbles backwards, knocking it prone for a moment. Betty.
Oh, no, the hangout time.
Oh, the hangout time.
The hangout time.
Nice.
That's the name of it.
Betty and Braga, you look at each other. And you start to feel a combo coming on.
All right. What do you think? What are we doing?
They're high up. We're far down. I think we gotta do. We gotta get up there somehow.
I think that I am going to chuck you up to the roof so that you can get...
Alrighty, so I back up a little bit and I do a running start to jump
and
into your hands.
You're going to jump and I'm going to fling you with my hand, almost like a springboard.
Got it. I grab both my daggers and I go, all right, it's time for... This is a patented move, right?
Yeah.
This is
This is the...
Say it together.
on the count of 3.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Elevator special.
Yeah! I run up. I jump into your hands. I spring up and I get both my daggers and I just try to double slice the ones that are... There's 2 up there, right?
Yes, there's Hannah and Dee have kind of injured the furthest 2 away from you.
Okay,
There's
got
kind
it.
of one on your left and one on your right.
Okay, I get the fresh ones and I just double stab them both in the head area.
Because it was a complete success and Braga threw you so well. Yes, you take out your daggers and you just pierce kind of the foreheads of both of these things. As you whip out your daggers, are you trying to stay up there now or are you going to try and fall back down?
I'm going to try to stay up there, so I'm going to try to do a double, and then hook it and so I can voice myself.
I will say you hook into one.
Okay.
You pull it down with that momentum, you're able to throw yourself up on the roof. So now Braga, this fiend comes flying down at you, and it lands right in front of your feet with Strider on the other side of you.
Okay.
Ryder.
That's why.
Ryder on the other side of you.
And we feel a combo coming on.
It's Ryder and someone. I will not say who.
While it's in front of me, I pull my axe out now because I had my hands free to help Betty jump, and I shout out, "These sawdust fiends may block our path, but our friend's in danger, so feel our wrath." And I'm going to roll that war cry.
Oh yeah, war cry.
Yeah, my new favorite power.
That's awesome.
All right. Ooh.
She's gonna be a bard,
And I
y'all.
got an 11.
So that means everyone gets a +1 to their
Everybody,
next roll.
all of you get a +1 going forward to the next roll. Yeah. So that's my move.
It's your move.
Yeah.
This thing kind of just listens to you yell and just almost you see it slowly cock its head at you.
Yeah. Oh, actually, because I got 2, I get to choose. So not only that, but it's also afraid of me now. Because that's the 2. That's how that power works.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right. That's how that power works.
Yeah.
So with that's the fiend that is on the ground now, the 4th one that Betty's just flung down, stabbed right in the middle of the forehead, starts to kind of eerily walk back from you, terrified, until it stands right in front of Strider. He smiles.
You mean Ryder?
Ryder, Strider.
That's the thing Jessica was freaking out
Yeah,
about.
I know.
Oh, good.
Ryder, until the fiend stands right in front of Ryder. Ryder smiles as he pulls back his cloak. He takes out his sword.
He's sexy.
Oh, girl. We have so much to talk about.
He takes his sword, and in a snap, in a flash of light, he decapitates the fiend in front of him. As you just see its head slide off. Its body still standing there and trying to gain some ground. We cut back to the top of the rooftops, where Hannah, you are on one roof with Betty and one fiend in between you. D, you are on the other roof with 2 fiends. One decapitated, one stabbed in the face.
Okay.
What do you do?
I'd like to take my scimitar and cast magic weapon so that I get some extra damage. And then I also have Providence now, so I ignore the -1 penalty for any spell I maintain.
Ooh,
Wowee.
okay, that's
So,
nice.
So if it's successful, if I can cast magic weapon, then I don't take that penalty.
Wonderful.
And I have the +1 from
Yeah.
my girl.
Yeah, so roll me 2d6 plus skill.
2d6 plus skill. Okay, that is an 8 plus 1. Wait, sorry. Yes, 8. 8 plus 1 is 9.
D, you have 4 tokens.
I'll
Would
take
you-
1.
Wonderful.
Thank you,
Wait,
token.
no, 8 plus 1, you said it was skill, right?
Yeah.
8 plus
and
1 is 9 plus
1.
my 1, so you get
It's
you get
already
10.
10.
Wonderful,
Yeah.
it's already a 10. So now have you enchanted your scimitar?
Yes, so now I get plus 1 D4 for damage. Yeah,
Wonderful.
until dismissed. So, yeah.
So how do you cast this spell on your scimitar?
I do it in battle all the time, so it's just like a quick as if I'm polishing it, but I'm just casting the magic.
As you cast it, your sword lights. What color does it light up?
Oh, purple.
Purple. This beautiful purple flame kind of encompasses it as your hand just kind of brushes across it, igniting this magical weapon.
And then I swing it around and slice up from crotch to stabbed forehead on the one that's still standing.
Wonderful. Roll me 2d6 plus guts.
So, from snout to...
I will say the one that's closest to you is the one that was decapitated. So yeah, you're just trying to sever it right all the way through.
Whichever one I can get down. So 6 plus guts 7 plus 1.
No, only once.
It's only burned once, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah.
That's all right.
So you have a
Otherwise, it'd be
7?
super
That's a
OP,
7.
but
You have 4 tokens.
I do have 4 tokens. Yes. I guess I'll use all 3 of those 4.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
do it.
Make it a success.
We're here now, sharing our tokens.
So you just come up and you slice immediately, from pelvis to decapitated throat, as your enchanted weapon immediately takes out this fiend. As soon as this magical fire kind of starts to slice it, you start to see that its inky, kind of sludgy black blood starts to then fizz and almost start to evaporate from the heat of your magical weapon. As almost your weapon is burning it with its pure magic. Wow. as the two halves of this fiend slowly start to kind of almost slowly fall apart. The goo of its ink blood kind of slowly keeping it together in sinewy kind of goo-like form until you finally just raise your scimitar all the way through it and it's completely cleaved, and the two halves fall onto the roof and start to kind of slide off onto the ground as they disintegrate into the air.
Nice.
Is the one between us the one that has half its body undone?
Yes.
I would like to I want to knock it off the roof by doing like a backflip and then getting up with my legs around its neck and then flipping again and trying to like throw it down off the roof so it like explodes when it impacts the ground.
Betty, I will say, you look down at Ryder.
Yes!
Ryder looks up at you.
Oh, okay.
And Ryder wants to do a combo with you, Betty.
Yikes.
It specifically says combo for Ryder and Ryder and Betty.
Well, to be fair, this rider might get along with halflings really well for some reason. Like maybe,
how the table.
maybe they might have a fellowship of some sort.
Oh, how the turntables.
Because he's the golden ring.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Thank you, Chad, so much for the combo. I'm very excited.
Ryder then starts to pull out his bow.
Yeah.
And that's to aim his arrow up and kind of nods at you. What would you like to do?
I still want to do what I planned before I do. I just lean over and I yell, all right, new best friend, apparently. I'm going to throw it down, you're going to shoot it up, and this is going to be called, there's no one to do the 1, 2, 3 with me.
I'll do it with you.
On the count of 3, this is our new move. 1, 2, 3. Shoot him up. Perfect.
She's shooting.
Yeah.
I run forward, twist around, I do a backflip, I grab the creature around its head, like its neck, and I use my the centrifugal force to flip him around upside down, and I throw him down into the alleyway. I let go with my legs, but I hold on to the edge of the building, so I'm just still kind of like hanging there. Go get him, bud.
This incredibly graceful move. Betty, you send this thing flying up into the air as you gracefully catch yourself on the gutter of this roof. As now this fiend is kind of flying through the air. As you see that Ryder, as he pulls back his arrow.
Right, and then you fixed it wrong.
Ryder, as he pulls back on his bow, you see that there's 2 arrows now pulled.
Yeah, there is.
As he fires 2 arrows at the same time, one piercing through kind of the bottom jaw, the other piercing through the stomach, and almost just the force of this thing coming down that you threw at Betty, and the force of these 2 arrows blast the remaining bits of the head of this thing off and blast the chest cavity right open of this fiend as it falls with a thud onto the ground beneath you.
Oh, buddy, I hope you're not covered in that stuff. Sorry. I don't know.
My cloak is enchanted, and so I can't get hurt.
Oh, I need some of that cloak.
I'm going to try and hurt you. I'd like to jump from my roof to Dee's roof with the string that I have and choke out the other thing, like, hangman it.
All right. I will say roll me 2d6 plus skill.
And you get a +1.
Thank God. Woo! 4, 8. What's my token?
You have 5 tokens.
Nice.
Wow.
Then make it a 10, so I'll have 3 remaining.
And then your baggage will get triggered soon.
I don't want to.
I got triggered once already.
I
So
know.
As you jump across this, so describe to me how you jump and you choke out. You try to start to strangle.
You're still up there, right? Or are you hanging?
I'm hanging from the roof, yeah.
She's hanging from the roof that you're currently on. You see that Dee has now just beautifully, magically severed and cleaved this other one in 2.
Excellent. So as you're seeing all this carnage happen, like you see me in slow motion, like kind of just like basically float over her, jump in between the cleaving 2 pieces of the puppets, and I like lasso this heavy string around the final puppet and like basically catch it and pull it down as I land onto the roof.
So you want to pull it, it's like as you land, you kind of want to throw it behind you?
Yeah. And hopefully it goes kersplat against the wall.
It does hit the wall something fierce. As you land gracefully, yes, with the force, you are able to pull this string and just kind of throw this last fiend smack against the wall.
Did Ryder get a good crotch shot underneath my skirt. I mean, silhouetted, of course, but like, was it enough for him? Was he? Because he was looking up. I want to know what he was.
He was looking down because that's where it has landed with the 2 arrows in it. He has 2 fiends in front of him, so his attention is definitely on the ground in front of him and Braga. And now you just send another one down towards Braga and
So
Ryder.
there's 3 down here now?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe one of them is on its last limb.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought they were all dead. I'm sorry.
Well, no, I didn't want it to. I still have a string. I wanted it to just hit the wall. It's still hanging.
Oh, it's still hanging.
I'm still holding on to it.
Oh,
yeah.
wonderful. Yeah, you smack it against the wall, and you smack it so hard that you start to see some of the inky blood kind of just start to, like, out of the sides of it in its strings.
Oh, I shout to Ryder, like, don't let the ink touch you.
Got it. What do you want to do, Braga?
I actually want to get situated. Because I thought they were all on the rooftop, but I think only one's in front of him. And
There's one dead on the rooftop. The 2 that are now, and there's now one hanging from Hannah's own doing. So kind of hanging from a string.
Yes.
Yeah.
What Hannah's going to do with it, she's going to pull it back up, or she's going to release it onto the ground. We do
But
not
there's one
know.
on the ground in front of
There
us.
is 2 on the ground in front of you. One of them is completely decapitated. The other one is also completely decapitated, but it has the bottom of its neck blown off by an arrow, and it has a gaping hole in its chest from another arrow. They stagger and stumble.
But they're both still up and
Still
attacking.
up,
Okay.
yes.
I'm going to go for them then. I was going to get situated, but I think at this point, I think I have to go into like autopilot mode. Here's my question. Did I lose my luck point on that last roll, even though I rolled a success without it?
You still have the horse luck point.
That's what I'm asking.
Oh, the horse point.
I don't
still-
get one for mine.
You still
but-
have the horse luck.
Okay, because I didn't know if I kept that or not.
You have horse luck.
Always. All right, so yeah, I come swinging. I go to the one that's whatever one's closest to me. I'm just gonna go right through the head.
So the
with
one
it.
that is closest to you is the one that was actually in between you and Ryder, the one
Okay.
that he just decapitated, because now he's kind of turned around and is now facing the one that Betty and him just kind of almost obliterated together. It's kind of just still
Okay.
almost like trying to stand up on its back legs and hands in a very creepy kind of like morphed body fashion.
Yeah, I'm just gonna come right down on its head with yeah.
Wonderful. Roll me
Yeah.
2d6 plus guts.
Ooh. Without the horse luck, I already have a 14, so I think at this point I probably can't keep holding on to that horse luck. But yeah, I rolled an 11 plus my 3, which is 14.
Fantastic. So describe to
see
me
me
how
roll.
you go down, how you just come down on this
Yeah,
fiend.
I'm not even. There's not even like any finesse to it or anything. It's just like, dude, you're wasting our time. Boom. Like I'm almost not even looking at him. It's like, and I keep like walking towards the other one, but.
Due to the perfect cleave that Ryder had given this one, yes, your axe just immediately kind of goes down the middle, almost not as perfectly as Dee's, almost kind of like at a diagonal. So now you've kind of cleaved off an arm and the beginning of like a hip, as the other arm and leg are still kind of shambling, as this whole entire black inky ooze just starts to come out of this thing as more and more stuffing and sawdust starts to pour out as well, as it slowly just falls flat to the ground, its one remaining arm slowly just pulling it forward, hanging on for dear life.
Ah, man. Can I just like go for the wrist as well? Like, come
I'll
on,
say
man. We're just
you
trying to
stomp
take you
on
down.
it and
All
it's
right,
done.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, man. Just let it go. Let it go. You're
done.
You lost. Just admit to it. The Rat Queens have taken you down.
Ryder turns around and sees you stomp on this thing to finally kill it. As he turns around, and the one that is now kind of trying to stand itself up on its arms and legs in a very like horror-like fashion, he just takes his sword and just almost like in a quick infinity-like motion severs the arm and the leg off of it, so it's just one arm and one leg still trying to stand up. And with one high kick, he slams his foot against the torso of this thing, right into the center hole that he made with his arrow, slams it up against the wall with his foot, and drags it down.
I'm gonna have sex with that guy.
Yeah, you better.
Yeah, girl. I'll tell you every detail. And then
The last one that is remaining is the one that, Hannah, you were holding by a string.
Yeah. So now I'm like reeling it up. And I ask you like help me to pull it back up onto the roof.
I do.
Yeah.
The two of you now, holstered this thing up.
And so we drag it back up onto the roof, and then I think we should just 1-2 it and kill it.
Yeah, so once it's back on the roof, I step up to it, and I do a little twirly thing, and then come straight down with both hands, my scimitar.
Roll me 2d6 plus guts.
Ooh. All right, that's a 8 plus 1. That's a 9. I will use a token to make this
Your last token.
All right, thank you, token.
Fucking.
So yes, D, with this kind of final movement, because you still have this enchanted weapon, you come down, like you just kind of, how do you go? You just
Double hand, yeah, just driving straight down into the center of it.
As you drive straight down in the center of it, your blade, infused with magical power, actually starts to pierce through the roof itself.
Oopsies.
As you pierce immediately through this thing, and you see all this black inky blood like explode out. Luckily, you are in an area where it is not, you're kind of are holding yourself back far away enough that it does not harm you. As your scimitar kind of keeps it down, this thing starts to writhe, kind of just back and forth, slowly clinging on to life, as it slowly begins to reach up a hand to you.
Ooh, hey! I kick it away. The hand.
You kick it away and the arm just falls off and into the alleyway.
Watch out! Down below!
Hey!
Incoming hand!
Did you need that? Was that all of them, or is there one more?
That is all of them.
Okay.
And D, as you push your sword down further into the heart of this thing, for an instant, something feels familiar. Just for a flash, the combination of your magical blade and the magical force that is powering this thing. You see the image of the little boy you helped on the docks just a day prior. You see his face flash through your mind, as you plunge the sword further down into this creature, as it silently just almost screeches out and starts to dissipate into dust.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay, we gotta find this whoever's doing this. I put my scimitar back.
Did something happen? I climb out of the roof, so I'm not hanging anymore.
I want to get situated.
Roll me 2d6 plus canny.
While she's... Well, no.
That is going to be a 7. How many tokens do I have?
Braga, you have 2.
Okay, and is that luck point gone?
I will say it's gone.
Okay, so that would be all I can get to is 9. So I'll just stick with my 7.
Wonderful.
So I
With
get
the
to ask
7,
one question,
you get one
right?
question.
What's going on here isn't obvious to me.
There are 5 individuals headed your way.
Lame.
Monarchs.
Cool.
You gonna tell us?
Yeah, I go. Someone's coming. I think it's the monarchs.
Oh, we gotta get. They're not even real people, so I don't want to even talk to them. We gotta go, guys.
I encourage everyone to...
T, what did you see? You seemed upset. Sorry.
Yeah, as we're hustling away.
Let's walk up. Let's come up the roof, please.
Yeah, come up.
Sorry.
No, that's all I mean.
Yeah, come up.
Yeah.
We're
climb up.
Yeah, we're helping.
Ryder
put
climbs
it-
up too.
I'm into it. Sorry.
Okay. We're running away. I just have a feeling those things that we've been killing, they're not just puppets. They're being infused by souls or something. There's just some... Yeah.
A life for a life, a soul for a soul. That might be what's part of that story.
That creepy story.
What do you mean?
We tell Hannah the whole story.
Yes.
the storyteller.
Relay.
The second half. Of
As
the
you're
story.
running through, Hannah, you are told of like the story of this toy or this arcane master.
And then there was a
became
creepy
toy-
version that she told us later, but she told the kid version.
Yeah, there was like an addendum, and it's like it's a lot of symmetry here.
And it was bloody.
I don't feel guilty for blowing up that woman's stage at all.
Oh, we didn't tell her we did that.
No, we didn't do.
We didn't
Because
do
you're
that. The
my
monsters
real
did it.
friends.
See, we didn't do that. The bad people did that. We definitely didn't blow up the stage.
Sure.
D, you still have that empty chaosium. Mm-hmm. What would you like to do with it?
Use it.
Well, wait a minute. Should we test this thing out?
Yes, absolutely.
it could be a decoy for the monarchs.
Maybe that'll
But
keep
we have to
them
put
here.
it with the magic in.
All right, let's put some magic in it.
Put the magic in.
With the magic.
Yeah, so we're gonna magic it up.
You both will get a +1 to this roll.
Oh!
Roll me 2d6 plus skill.
Skill. All right.
Oh. 4, 5, 6, 7.
Hannah, you have
did
3
we do the
tokens.
same roll? We did the same roll. 6 plus 1, 7.
I'll use
Sorry.
the remaining 3 tokens.
I have 5 plus 1, which is 6.
We just do a re-roll.
Can I
then.
give her my token that I have left over?
Well, we do have second chances,
We have 3 second chances.
I'll do a second
yeah,
chance.
do it.
So Hannah, you want to use your token?
and I'll be a nat 10 then.
Wonderful.
Not nat 10, but
Oh, come on.
A dirty 10.
Yeah! That's an 8 plus 1, 9. I have no tokens, right?
No.
Okay.
wait,
Okay,
so you
so
don't
no.
have a skill?
Oh, no, I did add the skill.
And then you used
I
her
rolled-
+1 that she gave us?
That's a 10!
Oh, then I don't need to use both of those tokens.
You just need 1 token?
I just need 2.
You just need 1 token?
I need 2 tokens because there's 3.
I don't know.
Oh yeah,
Wait,
you just
you
need
Yeah,
2.
'cause she rolled a 7 and she
Wonderful.
rolled a 9.
Yes. So describe to me how the two of you infuse your magical essence into this fake
So I
chaosium.
hold it up between the two of us. And from the below, I start to charge it with purple and gold energy.
And I'm charging it with white-ish energy. And as we do that, our hands like shift.
And as the hands shift, you see that the paper mache, what was clearly paper mache before, now takes on the crystal, like obsidian look of an actual chaosium.
You're kind of solidifying my prestidigitation to make it look actually magical as opposed to like a parlor trick.
That.
Yes.
As the two of you focus, you put most of your energy into this chaosium. You start to feel your energy, once that was fueling you, start to now be drained from you as you put most of your energy, your life source, into this chaosium. But because of your successes, you have created the perfect replica of the most powerful magic that has now attracted the one who wants it.
Ugh, do you think we should leave this on the rooftop?
Seems a little obvious, but we'll see what happens. We can hide over.
Put it in the box so it looks like it's in the head.
Oh, we have the golden box.
All right, put it back in the box. Stash it.
And I'll
Put
take
a
us
skull in
over
that
some eaves of like a particularly pointy rooftop. So we're hiding and also pursuing to get to Violet still.
I will say yes, the 5 of you kind of hide off among the chimney tops and the small balconies of the condensed homes of Stridus as the box sits there. You see what Braga predicted come to pass. What Braga had sensed, I should say, come to pass as the 5 monarchs leap from rooftop to rooftop and find themselves standing in front of a box. You see a few of them start to kind of turn to each other, start to mumble softly. Marigold looks at Midge. Midge looks at Lola. The 3 of them appear confused. Kira tentatively begins to approach the box, but then almost pulls back out of fear as Danny walks up and picks up the box. How can there be 2? You hear her whisper as the 5 of them start to jump down from the rooftop and start to walk the streets.
We gotta follow them. We gotta know where they're taking it.
Well,
Violet.
I know where they're taking it.
Well, let's split up. Someone needs to go to.
They're going back to where they live. Based off of everything you told me.
Is that where Violet is?
It's gotta be.
All right, let's go.
You see, actually, the 5 of them enter a home not so far away from you.
It's the same home, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's where I've been leading us.
You see that there is not a lit candle in the windowsill as the door opens and a man comes out of the home and greets the monarchs on his doorstep. You see him immediately grab the box, rip it open, and pull out the chaosium. You see his hands start to move through his hair as he turns it, fascinated, shaking his head wildly. How can there be 2? What does this mean? What would you like to do?
I think we shouldn't run in there with all of these shadow us's.
So tempting, but yeah.
Okay, but
I want to see if I can scope out, get situated to see if there is a hidden way we can enter the home while they're preoccupied with the Chaosium.
Roll me 2d6 plus canny.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I mean, I guess I still have horse luck. I still have Braga luck. I haven't rolled anything for this whole time. Thank you for all the combos, guys.
thank you.
So that's like a 17 or something. I don't know. Perfect. It's like a 3,000.
Betty, you see that the monarchs...
Actually a nat 20 somehow.
Yeah.
You don't film like it.
Betty, you see that the monarchs and this gentleman start to enter his home. You remember, though, from walking through the back alleys earlier, you know that there is definitely a back doorway into this home. As you then notice with your perfect eyes, you see that the candle in the windowsill of the home is lit, and you see the shadows of 6 figures standing there. So you understand, too, that they are definitely not moving towards the back of the home.
All right, guys. I think if we're going to get in, we should get in while they're preoccupied with that Chaosium and try to get through the back to look for Violet.
And look for the other...
and the real Chaosium. Yeah. That's
Ryder.
secondary.
Yes.
This isn't your battle. You don't have to join us.
I mean, it would help, but...
No, I'm just saying we have to give him the option.
Well, he's a great fighter.
I'm saying you could say yes.
I'm going to stay here and fight alongside you.
Okay, great.
If he dies in this fight, we might be giving them what they want.
I'm not going to die. I can't die. I'm meant for something else.
Yeah,
We
I've
have
heard
to
that before.
protect him.
I've heard that a few times.
So I feel like order of important thing, Violet, number 1. Number 2, don't let King die. Number 3, get Chaosium. Maybe switch 2 and 3.
And
Sure. And then 4...
undo.
Like 2 and 3 kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah, then
As
4,
you
5.
talk, Ryder has immediately started to
Okay.
jump roof to roof.
All
Oh,
right.
please be stealthy. Please be stealthy.
He's very stealthy.
Okay, so
not.
let's try, will you try to approach the back entrance in a stealthy manner?
You jump from rooftop to rooftop as you slowly, each one by one, drop down. And Betty, I will say, because you get one more question or one more thing
okay.
because of your perfect success, you notice that the door to the back is unlocked.
Perf.
Almost too perfect.
I'm afraid to run in there because I'm afraid that I'm going to do something that's going to give Violet hurt.
No, you wouldn't.
Should I check for traps first?
Yeah. Oh.
Is that a separate roll for traps? Trappy traps?
You know that. I will say yes, roll.
Don't you
Well,
get
no,
auto-
you have
don't
3
you-
questions.
Don't you have the auto thing on traps now?
Oh,
Yeah, you do. Yes, I'm going to say yes.
okay.
It's on your
I thought
advanced
you had some
moves, yes.
power.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yep. Something.
I also have...
yes, I always exceed. But yeah, so I get one question. Yeah. Is there a trap here?
There are no traps.
Okay. Well, my Providence, it says up to 2 spells. I can ignore the -1 penalty, so I'd like to do another spell. And this is my new one of my new 5th level spells, True Seeing. So my vision is open to the true nature of everything. I pierce illusions and see things that have been hidden. The GM will describe the area before me, ignoring any illusions and falsehoods, magical or otherwise. So maybe not traps, but other illusions.
Yeah.
That's a really nice ability. Roll me 2d6. I'm going to say plus heart.
Okay.
Hope that Chaosium's not trying to hide.
So that's 5 plus 3 is 8. And no tokens.
No.
That's an 8. Okay.
So with an 8, D, as you start to channel this providence, you start to channel this sight, almost the walls start to disappear. The walls in this home start to disappear as the 6 things that are 8 things are brought to your mind. You see 5 figures standing there. And as you look at them, you see no life within them.
Oh, wow.
You look at the figure standing closest to them. One that is beaming with life, but you see a cloud of gray around this figure, almost as if they're drowning in it. And then your eyes take you, not from directly in front of you, but almost down to the left, as you see 2 figures standing beneath you. One is Violet, the other, a dead girl. And that is what you see.
Well, we were right. Those monarchs are not real people. And Violet's in there. And also a dead girl.
Is the
and
dead girl
also-
the Chaosium?
Maybe. Oh, gosh. I couldn't tell from... But let's get in there and find out.
Okay, here's my idea. Betty, why don't you try to get down to where she said Violet and the dead girl are? Maybe you can go with her. And I'm just going to plow through that back door and make it the best distraction I possibly can.
Oh, that is a very good idea.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Hannah?
What do Hannah and
where
I
do you
do?
wanna
Yeah.
go?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys...
coming in with
I know
you.
what Hannah wants to do, but
I'm coming
now's
with you,
not the
Braga.
time.
Okay.
Okay.
I have a
yeah.
question before we do this, real quick. I mean, we know now that the monarchs are not real. They're puppets. They're probably being charged, fueled by this chaosium energy, this dark energy. Do we kill them?
I mean,
They still seem like people.
What if we go for the guy first?
Oh, yeah.
And maybe if we kill him, that'll undo something else.
Yeah, okay. So everything, I would say Ryder, try to take him out, sniper style.
I can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll focus their attacks on me while he does.
Dee, why don't you come with me to get Violet and,
Yeah.
and maybe Dead Girl / Chaos? Oh, that sounds like a big order.
Oh, and I think we let
Hannah?
Hannah go right for Danny.
No, I just need you to understand. I'd like to go for Violet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
totally.
Well,
But by myself.
One of us can go for
By yourself?
Yes.
It's a
And if
bit,
there's a Chaosium down there, it's...
well, that doesn't
you
mean we
can't-
won't convene. But I just need to save her.
Okay.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
We'll follow your lead on Hannah, on
Yeah.
Violet.
So the rest of us, it's time for battle.
So the
Alright.
3 of us are charging in.
4 of us.
4.
4 of us.
Actually, 5 of us.
No,
Everyone but Hannah.
Then it's the 4 of us.
Yeah,
Four.
I
You're-
surreptitiously
Yeah.
go. I want to go surreptitiously find
Okay.
Violet.
I'll be right behind you, Hannah, though.
We should be careful with the monarchs because if they're those creatures, they might have the same ink in their blood too.
And Ryder had that gray haze that people who are oh,
I had the gray haze.
no, sorry. No.
Oh, the gentleman
no.
in there.
Yeah.
Capelius.
The
Capelius.
Capelli.
Capelli.
Wait, that's Capelius?
Capelius.
Oh,
Oh,
Copiapelli.
Is this Capelius' house?
It might be. We don't know.
Oh,
Well, he had
My
that gray
assumption
thing.
is.
I mean,
Yeah, if he's making the dolls.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he had that gray thing. Where's your dagger? Or
Hannah
no,
has
you
it.
have the dagger. Can you cast light? I want to cast light for people. Because that always worked to
Yeah, you're right.
shine that gray out of people's eyes.
If I lay my axe in front of you to
Okay,
shine light on it.
cast light on it.
I let you do it because my wand's not working.
Cast
Happens to
light
a lot
on
of
my
people,
yes,
it's
cast
okay.
it on my bow.
On the bow, yeah.
I just hold out my daggers. I mean, I might as well too, right? Right. Okay, go.
And I cast it on my scimitar, which I guess still has magic
It
weapons.
still
so
has
it
magic
still has
weapon,
light.
yeah. So it has one
technically.
more charge left in it.
Okay.
All right, Braga. Knock down that door.
Wait,
Yeah. Oh.
I know you're not gonna die, but I kiss him.
You kiss him. He kind of like grabs you by the waist too and like kisses you.
We all kind of I roll my eyes. I don't know how to do.
I'm in the background going,
Don't die either.
All right. Yeah. Get it, girl. All right.
Dang. Sexy.
All right. I kick open the door.
Braga, as soon as you kick open the door, the following happens. The 5 monarchs standing in the room turn and see that Braga is standing in the doorway alongside Ryder, Dee, and Betty. The gentleman starts to smile and starts to laugh as he looks at the fake Chaosium. Did you do this?
nope, that was someone else for sure.
Why? Were you fooled?
It's impeccable. Yes, I was. Completely and utterly fooled. Marvelous. You have great magical workings. This is impressive. Too bad it doesn't work.
Where's the one that does work?
So he crushes it in his hands, and the magic just starts to kind of seep out of it back into the air. You're not going to find it. Because they're going to stop you. As he turns and he points to the monarchs. Danny stands there. She Mr. Coppelius, you told us that we had to
You told us if we found anything, we brought it to you. We're not going to fight the rat queens. As much as I don't like Hannah, there's no reason for us to fight them. Yes, they're breaking and entering, but we're not going to fight them over whatever you're doing.
Sounds like your dolls are too perfect, Coppelius.
Indeed they are. As Danny turns to you and just says, dolls? Danny starts to look at Marigold. Marigold looks at Kira. Kira looks at Lola. Lola looks at Midge. They all start to look back at each other, and they start to notice for the first time in their lives the seams, the delicate, almost invisible-like seams that traces across their fingers and hands. They start to feel their hair for the first time. It feels like yarn. It doesn't feel like normal hair. They start to feel their eyes. Their eyes feel cold, like stone. And finally, Danny puts a hand to her heart, and she doesn't feel a heartbeat. How can I still feel so much if I'm not even alive? As you see her start to almost claw at her skin, almost trying to rip open this body. How am I a thing that feels loss and I am not alive? As Marigold, Kira, Lola, and Midge start to draw their weapons facing Coppelius, as Danny, her eyes start to turn yellow as she faces him. I don't know what I am, but I am going to kill you for making me. As the four of them start to walk towards Dr. Coppelius, he sighs. My dear ladies, I am so sorry it had to come to this. You were supposed to be them, the better versions of them. You were built to protect this town. You were supposed to be the best of us, and I gave you that pain so it would unite you. I gave you something human so you've had something to fight for. But if you really are so bent on killing me, you'll have to get through them first. As you see Dr. Coppelius' eyes start to roll in the back of his head, as this gray smoke starts to come out of his eyelids. This gray smoke starts to emit from his hands as he starts to walk through his home, and he places a hand on Danny. He places a hand on Marigold. He places another hand on Kira. He places another hand on Lola, and he places a hand on Midge. As slowly, one by one, each of the monarchs is slowly infested by gray smoke. You see it going into their eyes, going into their mouths, going into their ears, as they start to shudder and shake, trying to fight against this darkness that is piercing the souls that they have been given. Until they all stand there and at the same time turn towards the four of you and begin to charge. And that is where we will end tonight's episode. What's going to happen next week?
You're gonna get wrecked, that's what.
Poor monarchs.
Poor monarchs. Maybe you can save them, maybe you can't. We're gonna have to find out next week on the Rat Queens RPG. Thank you all so much for joining us. A special thanks to Jay Pistol, our wonderful bard Dave, for his amazing recaps every week. I'm very excited to see next week's recap of this.
Seriously.
And see how spoopy it is. But thank
It's
you
going
all.
to be 20 minutes on popcorn.
Yeah.
Popcorn.
I'm sorry.
Hot guy.
Thank you all so much
Hot guy,
for joining
hot
us. We can't do the show without you. You all gave so much to make this show so wonderful. Let's thank the people who made tonight's show possible. Can I scroll? Yes, I can. Can I scroll? Yes.
Can a girl get a
Sauron
scroll?
23.
Sauron 23.
Peak 1.
Peak one.
Mexican Robin.
Mexican Robin.
Metsu's Phantom.
Metsu's Phantom.
Dashing CN.
Dashing CN.
Dambowski 11.
Dambowski 11.
Keen 456.
Keen 456.
Peak 1.
Peak one.
Sauron 23.
Sauron 23.
Peak 1.
Peak one.
Little Mouse That Jumps.
Little Mouse That Jumps.
Demand 1198.
Demand 1198.
J Pistol.
J Pistol.
Little Mouse That Jumps.
Little Mouse That Jumps.
Benostine.
Benostine.
Peak 1.
Peak one.
Direct Fletch.
Direct Fletch.
Benostine.
Benostine.
Velveteen Rabbit.
17 rabbits.
MD884.
MD884.
Pun 314.
Pun 314.
J Pistol.
J Pistol.
And Zauron 23.
Zauron 23.
Thank you all so much for donating and contributing and being a part of tonight's show. Thank you to everyone who voted in the polls. That was so much fun. And thank you to everyone who keeps watching and supporting the show. Like I said earlier, we cannot do what we do here without your amazing support, not only financially, but also through your love and through your heart and through across social media. And you all talking about the show just means so much. This has been an amazing journey. I cannot wait to see what happens next weekend. Next week. Why am I saying weekend? I think I know why. There's a hyperdrive this weekend.
Hyperdrive.
Yes, it's a back to school hyperdrive.
Cute.
I am GMing the Harry Potter RPG at the kicking off the day at noon, I believe. Yes, so be sure to tune into this hyperdrive. I believe there's a Harry Potter RPG, there's going to be a Star Wars RPG, there's going to be a Magic School Bus RPG, and there's another RPG that I cannot put my finger on at this moment. But it's sure to be an absolute blast. Tomorrow, Thursday, is the premiere of the Season 2 of Grim Dark Dawn. Season 2 is starting tomorrow, so be sure to be here for that. Friday, of course, is Troll Hunters. Monday, Kolak 1991 Bleach. Season 2 just started this week. Be sure to catch up before next Monday's episode. And Tuesday, of course, is Bloodcurdling Tales in Time. Now that we're back at detention, what's going to happen to our little gang of heroes? Who knows? And of course, next Wednesday, you will find out the exciting and terrifying conclusion to this chapter of the Rat Queens RPG. As more pieces fall into place, perhaps our queens are picking up and knowing more about this prophecy than they believe they thought they did at the beginning. But before we give all that away, let's go around the table and say where people can find you.
Oh, well, you can find me at Impro Studio this Friday at 9:15 with Eliza Pearl doing a show called Inspector Oxford. It's going to be great.
Sounds great.
I'll post more about it, and then you can tell what it's actually going to be about when I post about it. Jessica Verdi on Twitter and Jessica Lynn Verdi on Insta.
Nailed it. You can find me everywhere on the internet at I am Chubby Bunny. That's Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. And also this week, tomorrow, we have our 50th anniversary episode of Senpai Buddies. That's our podcast about Asian comedy nonsense. It's very funny and very silly. You can find that at senpaibuddies.com.
50 years?
50th episode. What did I say? I don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's all lies.
Amazing.
Wow.
Hey, my D&D show is officially coming back for a third season. And our trailer gets launched this week. It's amazing, and we're so excited because we are descending into Avernus.
Yes.
So check out the Broken Pact. You can watch it on Saving Throw shows and actually D&D's YouTube channel. Because I don't want to say when it's on normally because Kolak is on. So perfect.
Sorry.
And I am
Spit all over
at
you.
Eliza Pearl on Instagram and Twitter, and I will be in Inspector Oxford on Friday, brushing off my RP. And also this Saturday, if you're going to Long Beach Comic-Con, I will be there. I'm doing a panel for Geek Fest, the Women of Sci-Fi and Horror panel, and that's at 11:30. And it's in room 103C, I believe. And then right after that, I will be at the booth for as long as I can. No promises, but I will be there for at least a couple of hours.
Nice.
I'll have a special little photo printout sheet thing and giving that away to people and come say hi, take a selfie with me, and I'll be in my cosplay, my Guinan cosplay. So yeah.
I love the guy in cosplay. And I am your Jamily, frankly, _Emily on Twitter with an extra underscore on Instagram. Thank you all so much for joining us. Be sure to join us next week for the epic battle of the monarchs versus the queens in the Rat Queens RPG. And until next Wednesday, keep adventuring, my queens, and stay alive.
Burn.